The following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports. It's time for the NFL Divisional Playoffs, presented by Intuit TurboTax.
Stroud, under center, motion. The give, Mixon, a hole on the left side, first down and more, inside the 10, inside the 5, driving to the pylon on the left sideline, and it's a touchdown. The Houston Texans have just put the cherry on top with a 31-12 Texans lead.
Wright says he's ready. Here's the snap, ball down, the kick is on the way. It is off the upright and good, and Kansas City wins. And the Chiefs have won the game 19-17. And along with it, their 9th straight AFC West title.
From 37, from hash mark left, for the Commanders win. The kick is up. It sails on the way, hits the upright, and goes through. The Commanders win in the postseason for the first time in 19 years.
Lions have it with the touchdown lead in the third. Shotgun snap goes to the quarterback. Goff fakes the handoff and gives the end around to St. Brown, and then throws in the end zone. Caught by Goff at the goal line. Near side. Touchdown Detroit. The wide receiver just threw a touchdown pass to the quarterback. Now we have seen it all. Wow.
Every postseason game.
Last week, that's in the past, man.
Until a champion is crowned.
New challenge today, new opponent.
The road to Super Bowl 59 continues.
We're here to win. That's it, by any means necessary.
Now, let's head to the stadium and join Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's the start of Divisional Weekend and Game 1 of our playoff doubleheader. It's the AFC's number 1 seed, the defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Houston Texans. And today's AFC divisional game is presented by Intuit TurboTax. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan along with Ross Tucker. Sideline reporter is Olivia Harlan-Decker as we continue our coverage on the road to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Olivia is going to join us shortly from a very chilly field moments from now, and Scott Graham is standing by in our Westwood One studios to take you the rest of the way. Later tonight, on most of these stations, it'll be the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions in Game 2 of our divisional playoff doubleheader. But first, it's time for the Texans and the Chiefs. Ross Tucker, so great to be with you. And so here's kind of a widen the lens question. Did the Chiefs culture drum up this winning, or did the winning create the Chiefs culture?
You know what? I think the Chiefs culture was created by the head coach and the quarterback.
Right.
And I think that's where it starts with most organizations in the NFL. And what's so crazy about their culture in particular, Kevin, they play their best football when it matters the most. I know they had a tremendous regular season. They only lost one game in which the starters played. But you look at their numbers. I was saying to Travis Kelce down on the field a little bit earlier, his postseason numbers are crazy. Like Jerry Rice, and
more receptions than anybody.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
And talking with Patrick Mahomes, there are so many good players in the league and so many elite players. There's certain guys that they just play better when the stakes are higher, and the Chiefs seem to have those guys, in particular with their quarterback and tight end.
Chiefs are a heavy favorite. They take on a division champion today, the Houston Texans, who had a resounding win against the LA Chargers last week. What's your read on the Texans?
It's been kind of a weird year for the Houston Texans. I don't think that they took the step forward this year that a lot of us were looking for. It's the same record they had a year ago. They did win a playoff game last week. They have the talent,
right,
especially on the defensive side of the ball. Felt like the quarterback, C.J. Stroud, took a step back. That said, he played very well in the second half. They played very well in the second half against the Chargers last week. If they can pick up where they left off last week against the Chargers, they can absolutely give the Chiefs a heck of a game today.
Time to check the weather, sponsored by Prize Picks. Don't miss out on the football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. Download Prize Picks and use code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states where it's lawful to wager. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. 22 degrees. The wind chill at 17 mile an hour wind makes it a 6-degree feel on the field. It's going to be cold, but it was cold here last year with the Dolphins and the Chiefs early in the playoffs. And much more to come from Kansas City as we approach the kickoff with the Texans and Chiefs. But when we come back, Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios. Save on commercial auto insurance from Progressive. Get a fast quote at progressive.com. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL.
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Right along as SiriusXM NFL Radio hits the road. It all starts at the Senior Bowl, checking out the future stars of the NFL.
That's a great read by Jackson Dart.
Then off to Orlando, Florida for the Pro Bowl games.
Caught! Jamar Chase with a touchdown!
Yeah. And finally, a stop in New Orleans for coverage all week through Super Bowl 59.
We actually did what we said we were going to do, and I couldn't be more happy for my guys.
Nobody covers the National Football League like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The clock's gonna run out. The ultimate upset has happened.
The countdown is up.
Yes!
For the craziest.
Oh my goodness!
Surprising.
Banks at home.
Most unpredictable tournament in all of sports.
Long three for the win. Banks at home. Banks at home.
Get ready from the first four to the final four.
Let's go! Let's go!
March Madness lives on SiriusXM.
Yes!
The divisional round continues when the Washington Commanders.
Daniels surveys, throws back in the end zone, wide open! Giambi Brown! Touchdown Washington!
Battle the Detroit Lions.
Jarrett's looking, throwing, Enzo caught. Touchdown Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88. The Commanders call on Sirius 139 XM 229. The Lions call on Sirius 83 XM 228. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Back at Arrowhead in Kansas City, let's check today's health report, sponsored by the Farmer's Dog. Fresh food for dogs delivered right to your door in pre-portioned packs. Get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. And for more on those key injuries, it's time to go live to the field and welcome in our sideline reporter for today, Olivia Harlan-Decker. Olivia?
Thank you. There's good injury news for both teams on both sides of the ball. Most importantly for Kansas City, it's cornerback Jalen Watson. He will start, but they're going to monitor his snaps with an ankle injury. He was questionable coming into today. And as his defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, says, he needs to get up to the speed of the game, not regular season speed. It's playoff season speed. He's been out since late October. Great to see him back there in the secondary. For the Texans, running back Joe Mixon was a bit of a scare this week after an incredible performance in the wild card round. He had 106 yards, 25 carries, and a touchdown, but was limited in practice this weekend with an ankle. They're happy to have him back in his first season in Houston, his first playoff with the Texans. Most importantly, though, on the other side of the ball for Houston, they get linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair back. He was questionable with a knee injury. He did not play in the last meeting in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid both pointed him out this week. He knows he changes up the whole defense for Houston. He's known for his speed, and not only that, he's their main play caller. And D'Amico Ryan says he's their guy who amps up the team. When they listen, he talks, and I certainly saw that on the field pregame as he's hyping up his guys.
Great update, Olivia. Thank you. Scott Graham is next, and you're listening coast to coast to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Place $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. When you apply to University of Maryland Global Campus by February 12th, you'll pay no application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience. Or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Get your application fee waived through February 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios getting you ready for the Houston Texans and Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round of the playoffs. For all the talk about the quarterback and the offense, the Houston Texans defense is a big part of what this team does and why they're here. They've only given up 58% completion percentage, best in the NFL. They picked off Justin Herbert 4 times last week. Part of the reason why is they pressure the quarterback. And Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter combined for 24.5 sacks this year and 34 tackles for loss. You may remember Anderson was picked number 3 overall after C.J. Stroud went number 2 last year, went on to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. This week he told me it was because he didn't feel any pressure despite the fact that they had given up a lot in the trade up for him.
People were saying, like, they gave up too much for me. And, like, me, I'm a big competitor and stuff like that. And, I was like, I gotta prove it to everybody that it is. This is why I love D'Amico because, the first time he got with me and CJ, he sat us down in his office when we first got here. And he was just like, bro, I don't need y'all to come in here and be Superman. I don't need y'all to come in here and try to do anything other than what, y'all did in college. Just be yourselves and have fun. And, like, of course, there's an expectation, but, man, just be yourself. And ever since then, like, I could play as free as I want to. Like, when I hear my head coach tell me something like that, I'm like, man, I'm good. Like, I know I'm here for a reason. So, like, I feel like it really wasn't no pressure. Like, I just came here being myself and having fun.
So you look at this opponent, and it's obviously a well-known opponent. It's also one that you saw recently. Yeah. So does that change in terms of, okay, some of the base preparation is pretty much fresh in my mind right now?
Yeah, most definitely. I talked to the defense today, and I told them, man, I'm like, bro, it's about us. It's not about them. It's not about what they're trying to achieve. It's not about what they want. It's all about us, how we approaching the game, what's our mindset going in the game. Like, we have that same energy we had last week. We do what we need to do, man, and we just got to do us. You know what I'm saying? We got to do us better. And that was just a message. So the level of preparation, it's the same. Like, we don't have to rise to the occasion because it's the Kansas City Chiefs. We have to rise to the occasion because it's our standard. It's our expectation. That's our brand of football.
It seems like if I were playing your position that Patrick Mahomes would be a really frustrating character to try to chase for 60 minutes. Is that pretty fair?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge, and it's fun, and that's why you're in the league, to go against guys like that. Like, that's what you dream of as a kid, to play in games like this. Like, all regular season, it really don't matter what you do. Like, these are the games that matter, and, it's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, like, it's not about him. It's about how we're rushing. What are we doing up front to make sure that we're containing him and doing our jobs?
Well, the Houston Texans are third in the league in sacks this year, and remember this, Patrick Mahomes was sacked 36 times this season, the most in his career. We come back, we're going to talk to a key linchpin of the Kansas City defense, cornerback Trent McDuffie. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
I mean, I could talk forever. Gift of the gab, baby.
This is Mad Dog Sports Radio, featuring the one and only Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Can you imagine if that kind of thing happened today? I'd be screaming for months.
He's loud.
They won championships.
He's passionate.
Ratings, advertising, it's all a cesspool. You're not going to change it.
And he's talking football with you.
That's a football team.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed.
Anybody you ask knows I'm 100% right.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, channel
82.
Catch the best basketball coverage on Sirius XM NBA Radio, channel 86.
Jaylen Brown drives, bounce pass to the corner. Tatum drives baseline, strong two-hand play.
Every day we bring you the latest headlines, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the players, coaches, and legends of the game.
We're now joined by best Laker of all time. It's Magic Johnson.
Nick Nurse, head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, joins us.
Plus, catch live play-by-play action you won't hear anywhere else. Tune in on NBA Radio channel 86 or the Sirius XM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell, 3-ball, bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, channel 86 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
I'm going to win the Royal Rumble.
Busted Open is hitting the road for coverage of the 2025 Royal Rumble. Live from Indianapolis. Join Dave LaGreca as he previews this big event and sits down with the top stars in the WWE.
Royal Rumble, you're next on the list.
The road to WrestleMania starts at the Royal Rumble, and Busted Open will be there live for it all. Only on Sirius XM Fight Nation, channel 156, and the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Here's a riddle from Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. An easy riddle. Learn more at Progressive.com. So we get you ready for the Texans and the Chiefs. Trent McDuffie has 2 Super Bowl rings in 2 seasons. He doesn't know what it's like to end a season not winning the Super Bowl. And he's part of a defense that in weeks 15, 16, and 17 led the NFL in sacks, quarterback hits, takeaways with 10, and fewest passing touchdowns allowed. He also had the first 2 interceptions of his career in that span of time. I talked with him this week about dealing with Nico Collins today on the outside.
I love matchups when you get to go against, their top receivers, guys who are physical, guys who block, guys who can get down the field. Nico Collins really is a complete receiver. And I always love going against guys like that because they create a great challenge, and it also just makes the game a little more fun. You know what I mean? You get to go out there, you get to go compete against the best, what we want to do. But they do a lot of good things. I think the timing between Nico and CJ is best I've seen yet. Their running game's looking sharp. CJ obviously can make all the throws. So coming into this, when we played them last time, we knew it was a playoff type of team. And so we took them serious, and they were taking the same mindset going into this game.
Never put on a red helmet with the Chiefs logo on the side, never stood on the field at Arrowhead. Take me inside what that is like in a postseason game and what that entire atmosphere is like.
Yeah, man. Once we secured that number one, and I knew that we had all home games. It was definitely some excitement. I think my rookie year was the one time when we had it where it was all games, and you just talk about energy. You talk about like an atmosphere that's electric. Like, I play in a lot of games, and I always hear about people talking about all these different schools and teams, and it's like I'm sure it's loud. We got Trey Smith over here talking about Rocky Top, Tennessee loud or something. Like, I get it. But a playoff game where it's a divisional round, it's win or go home, the fans are in it, players are in it, like it's a special thing to be a part of. And I know when the team gets out there on the field, we already bring our juice, right? We're already juiced up, but you get in front of that crowd and they're turned and they're ready to go to see us win. It's exciting. And I just love it so much, to be honest.
Trent McDuffie, an interesting young man. If you'd like to hear more of our conversation, go to westwood1sports.com and check out this week's edition of NFL Insider. The Chiefs have 15 wins this year, scoring 30 or fewer points. That's the most in NFL history. The previous record holder, you got to go all the way back to 1925, and the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. Up next, we'll get you one step closer to kickoff time. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
That spice is 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Hi, my name is Khadijah, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick of the chicken. It's just the right amount of heat, and it gets me excited. And then, pro tip, add that cilantro lime sauce. It cools it down. If the sandwich is at 100, the cilantro lime takes it to 200. It makes me want to, tell all my friends and family.
Order a Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich and a Diet Dr. Pepper on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Scott Graham back in our Westwood One studios, working our way toward kickoff. Time now to hear from Nick Costos of BetQL Network with some of the numbers our listeners might be interested in for today's matchup between the Texans and the Chiefs. Nick?
Thanks, Scott. The spread for today's divisional round playoff game in Kansas City sees Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs a 9-point home favorite over C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans, the total 41.5. Today on game day, we've seen the favored Chiefs draw betting support, while the total has been bet to the under over the course of the week. The issue of rest versus rust is important. Bettors clearly value the bye week, and the Chiefs also rested many of their key players in Week 18. We haven't seen Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and others in 24 days. If you think the Chiefs could be rusty, consider betting the Texans. But the rest has also allowed KC to get healthier, especially with the return of corner Jalen Watson. And if Mahomes can get the ball out quick to negate Houston's pass rush, this could be an easy KC win. As for props, it's playoff time, and Kelce is a legendary playoff performer. His yardage prop, 52.5. I'm Nick Costos from the BetQL Network, sponsored by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly. Scott, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Nick. You got to remember that this round is Patrick Mahomes' playground. He has never lost in the divisional round and has also never turned the ball over in one of these games, going 6-0. Don't forget, this is also game number 1 of 2 we've got coming your way in the divisional round. When this one's done, we go to Ford Field, and the Detroit Lions and Washington Commanders get together. I'll be back at halftime, a conversation with Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell. But when we return back to Arrowhead Stadium, Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker will have the keys to the game. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the SiriusXM app and talk about all the EPL drama on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app.
Daytona is so unique. We have a expectation of what we expect of ourselves.
The Great American Race is underway.
Awesome. We want to win that race so bad. I know how heartbreaking that place can be.
The entire pack is collected.
I know how amazing that place can be.
Are you kidding me?
I'm ready to go.
We know what we're capable of.
Daytona is coming. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 16th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 9,
and on the SiriusXM app. The College Football Playoff National Championship is here, and SiriusXM College Sports Radio brings you closer to the game.
He caught it!
All weekend long, SiriusXM Channel 84 is your home for wall-to-wall coverage of Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
Got it to the 4 and into the end zone.
Hear expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and updates live from Atlanta. We've got everything a college football fan needs. Listen exclusively on College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and stream anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell. 3-ball. Bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and the SiriusXM app.
Back in Arrowhead in Kansas City, time now for Ross Tucker's Keys to the Game, sponsored by T-Mobile. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today. All right, Ross, rack them up. Set this one up for us.
Well, I want to start in terms of keys, Kev, with the visiting Houston Texans, because I feel very strongly that it's critically important to get off to a fast start for a lot of different reasons, right? The weather, you're on the road. But the starters for the Chiefs have not played in 23 days. You'd think there'd be some rust. So the Texans need to try to take advantage of that. And I also think they're going to have to make some major plays on the defensive side of the ball. Multiple turnovers, maybe even a score on defense is a key for the Texans to have a chance to win this game. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, I think defensively, it's all about Nico Collins, right? He is by far the best receiving weapon, most explosive threat that the Texans have. If you're the Chiefs, you cannot let Nico Collins have a huge day. Certainly can't let him beat you deep over the top. And I'd like to see the Chiefs run the ball at this time of year, right? They've done it so effectively the last couple postseasons with Isaiah Pacheco, and the pass defense for the Texans is so good. I think they can be had on the ground, Pacheco and Hunt, with a lot of traps and a lot of whams right up the middle against this Houston defense.
Give me 10 seconds. The guard of the Chiefs, Joe Thuney, is moving to tackle. How hard, as a former lineman, is that to do?
It's incredibly hard and unbelievably impressive what he's done. He has really solidified that position, but it's going to be a tall task against Daniil Hunter today.
You're going to be watching all that, the opening kickoff, the Texans and Chiefs coming up. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports sports season. Join PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40-plus states, including California and Texas. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on PrizePicks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Lowe's knows how to help make your Super Bowl 59 party a touchdown. Let them help you prep your home to host with top brands like Charbroil, Blackstone, and LG, so you can be the MVP of game day. Plus, use the Lowe's app to find what you need for a seamless shopping run. Or huddle up with the Lowe's Red Vest Associates to help make all your game time hosting decisions.
Enter a brave new world with America's #1 brand of shaving cream, Barbasol. Gear up with Barbasol Collector's Cans, featuring Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World. Because superhero confidence starts with a great shave.
You want me? Come and get me!
Barbasol limited edition cans in stores now. Collect them all before they're gone. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World, only in theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless.
Shotgun snap, Mahomes rolls left, looking to throw, now going to run, throws for the end zone instead, and it's caught by Kelsey for the touchdown. And the Chiefs take the lead 27-24. They were down 24-0, and the shot put forward pass by Patrick Mahomes gives Kansas City the most improbable of playoff leads.
Kevin Kugler with the call here on Westwood 1 5 years ago. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes' 4th touchdown pass of the second quarter. His 3rd to Travis Kelsey was the final piece of a record-setting first-half comeback. It remains the only time in postseason history that a team has trailed by 24 or more points and still managed to lead at halftime. Chiefs ran away with it in the second half. Won that one 51-31. That's our memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Need more data? As you can stream your Jam Mix on loop, switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data and a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Let's go live to the field and Olivia.
Well, you mentioned that Joe Thuney will be starting at left tackle, and that was the big question all week as they were rotating both himself and DJ Humphries. Thuney has been playing out of position for the last couple of weeks as DJ was injured, and they've had 4 different starters at left tackle this season, but they let Patrick Mahomes kind of make the final decision, and he feels so comfortable with Joe Thuney and the now healthy veteran DJ Humphries at all week of practice. And in the last few games, Thuney's had to go against some of the best pass rush in the NFL, and he has not allowed a sack in that span. So they feel comfortable with him. They're going to ride the hot hand.
Olivia, quickly, the wind. I know it is a factor. We can see it from up here. How is it on the field?
We're having gusts up to 30 miles per hour, and I was speaking with the Chiefs special teams coordinator, Dave Taub, about just that, something they're definitely considering in the passing game and the kicking game.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We've had the flip of the coin. Houston won it. They have deferred. They'll take the second half kickoff. Fairbairn will kick off for the Texans from our left to our right. So he'll be going kicking into the wind. Samaje Perine is deep back. And this will be caught with a return and a spin, and coming up past midfield, running on the near side, Nico Rimahio on the sideline, and a flag has been thrown, takes it by the 30, and he'll fumble on the play as he took it on the near side. He got all the way to the Houston 26-yard line, and they're unraveling the bodies. And the Chiefs have recovered on an incredible return.
However, recovered by the Chiefs. 1st and 10.
Remigio took it and flew, and he held on until he was grabbed high, and the ball was yard free. But the Chiefs, with that great kick return, will have it at about, well, they've not marked the ball. They have yet to spot the ball.
For throwing his helmet.
That was the flag.
Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Can you believe this? A 65-yard return. We saw the flag. We saw the fumble. And now they're going to mark off 15 more yards against the Houston Texans.
Well, so much for the fast start. That was one of my 2 keys to the game for the Houston Texans. You know, for them to be able to beat the Chiefs, they have to win on defense and on special teams. Not what they were looking for to start this game.
All right, so now the 65-yard return, the unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's at the 13 of the Texans. Mahomes in the gun. He hands off to Pacheco over the left side, and he is drilled and hit right there and brought down. Not a lot of room, hit by Settle. They lose a yard, and the ball is back to the 14 of the Texans, where it'll be 2nd down and 11 for Kansas City.
It would be an absolutely huge win for the Texans if they can hold them to a field goal here. I mean, for the Chiefs to start at the 14-yard line, holding them to 3 would be a big, big victory for Houston's defense here.
Mahomes in the gun, 14 of the Texans, 2nd down and 11 to go. He gets the snap and drops back short. Cocks his arm, short pass out of the backfield, bobbled and dropped by Pacheco. With a big crack from Miles Bryant on the far side of the field at the 15 of the Texans. It's incomplete. It's 3rd and 11 for Kansas City.
2 awesome plays to start this drive for the Texans defensively. Settle on 1st down with the tackle for loss. Then the huge hit there from Miles Bryant, who's filling in there at nickel. Gives him 3rd and long. A heck of an opportunity here to stop the Chiefs.
P. Ryan is the back. Ball at the 14 of the Texans. Kansas City, first series of the game. 3rd down, 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Right tackle block. Arching spiral pass into the end zone. Incomplete. And looking for Hollywood Brown in the far back corner of the end zone on the far sideline. So it's 4th and 11. And as you said, if Houston could hold, it'd be a big win. And they're going to hold the Chiefs to a 3-point try.
And Kevin, that might be the first example of Patrick Mahomes maybe having some rust, because Hollywood Brown was open. He ran a wheel route, and Mahomes just overthrew him. That's one that Patrick usually puts right on him.
Here, with the wind at his back, is Harrison Butker of the Kansas City Chiefs. With a 32-yard field goal try, ball put down, his right-footed kick is perfect. So they get a 65-yard kick return to start the game, and a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty called against the Houston Texans. And with that in mind, it was only a 3-point play for Kansas City, holding off the Texans defense. A reminder that for every field goal made today and throughout the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 3-0 Chiefs, minutes into the game. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Hear the biggest stars in golf compete in the game's newest competition. TGL, presented by SoFi, is on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
It's on its way. He has made it. It's a birdie.
The action continues this Tuesday when Ricky Fowler's New York Golf Club take on Justin Thomas in the Atlanta Drive at 7 p.m. Eastern. Your exclusive radio home for TGL, presented by SoFi, is SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio, channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Every match from the English Premier League is now available on the SiriusXM app.
If you like soccer, you are in the right place.
Every unforgettable moment.
Simply sensational.
Every heartbreaking result.
Just goes from horribly bad to even worse.
Every statement win.
This is the place where dreams come true.
Don't miss a match of the EPL. Listen to the English Premier League on the SiriusXM app. For a complete schedule, go to SiriusXM.com/EPL.
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February.
When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Ride along as SiriusXM NFL Radio hits the road. It all starts at the Senior Bowl, checking out the future stars of the NFL.
That's a great read by Jackson Dart.
Then off to Orlando, Florida for the Pro Bowl games.
Caught! Jamar Chase with a touchdown!
And finally, a stop in New Orleans for coverage all week through Super Bowl 59.
We actually did what we said we were going to do, and I couldn't be more happy for my guys.
Nobody covers the National Football League like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Along with Ross Tucker and Olivia Harlan-Decker, Kevin Harlan, we're on Westwood 1 today. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. So the Kansas City Chiefs got a 65-yard kickoff return, a fumble and a penalty on the play, a shove on the sideline by the Texans. We'll get into that in a second. And here's the subsequent kickoff by the Chiefs, landing at the 5, kicking into the end zone, and going to a knee is Pierce. And they'll leave it there. So it'll be a touchback to the 30 for the Texans, who begin it with quarterback C.J. Stroud. Ross Tucker, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And the reason why it will be at the 20, although everybody's lining up at the 30, is because the ball landed in the landing zone. And it was left with a bounce in the end zone for a touchback, so they begin at the 20.
That is another critical error here by the Houston Texans. I mean, they're now 0 for 2 on special teams.
So there's an offset eye, and Stroud is under center from his Texans 20. And it's a 1st and 10 against the snap, and hands off to Mixon, who goes over the guard on the hash and up to the 25-yard line of Houston on a gain of 5, setting up 2nd down and 5 for the Texans.
Kevin, you mentioned it. You know, Chris Boyd is the one that had the penalty on the opening kickoff return. As he was coming off the field, he threw his helmet, and then he shoved, two-hand shoved, the special teams coordinator, Frank Ross. You almost never see that. I don't know why he did it or what his issue was, but certainly the coaches were not happy with that mental error.
Empty backfield, shotgun for Stroud, 2nd and 5, his own 25, short pass, and a twirling catch by Mixon for a 1st down. Far sideline at the 31-yard line of the Texans. Short pass, a pickup of 6, and a 1st down for Houston, trailing early here, 3-0.
They have been good this year on their first drives of the game. They have 11 scores. That's as high as any team in the NFL. 6 touchdowns, 5 field goals. So their offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick, does a good job.
It's 1st and 10. Under center is Stroud, his own 31, sets up long pass down the middle. It's caught on the fly, 45. On the far side, Schultz to the 40. On the far sideline, down to the Kansas City 36. And he's got a Houston 1st down. Outstanding throw by Stroud. A pickup of 34. Good run by Schultz, the tight end. And it's a 1st and 10 with the Texans at the Chiefs 35.
Love this opening script from Slowick, the Texans offensive coordinator. They run the bootleg, but Dalton Schultz, instead of running the corner route, he runs a corner post and had Brian Cook, the Chiefs safety, all twisted around. That's a huge explosive play for Houston.
Texans going into the win. Chiefs 35, down 3-0. 1st and 10, shotgun snap, handoff Mixon. He'll pick up 5 over the left tackle as he gets just inside the Kansas City 30-yard line. A gain of 6 now, they'll call it. 2nd down and 4 for the Texans. The first time they've had the ball today.
It's only 2 runs, so small sample size, but to get 5 and 6 yards on the first couple runs is a really good sign for the Houston Texans. They have struggled running the football in recent weeks.
Yeah, they're 15th overall this season. Here they line up at the Kansas City 30. The running back is Pierce. It's 2nd and 5. Under center Stroud. He gets the snap. He hands off to Pierce, who goes right over the center and carves about 2 just inside the Chiefs' 28. So that'll make it 3rd down and 2. First time the Texans have had it. Chiefs got a 65-yard kickoff return, settled for 3, and the Texans now taking it the other way.
The reason why coaches love being in 3rd and 2. One of them is that even on the shallow crossing routes, in front of the linebackers, in front of the second level of the defense, you should still be able to get a first down on those routes.
The ball is just outside the Kansas City 27 for the Texans. 3rd down and 2. Shotgun formation. Ogunbowale is the back. Shotgun snap. Blocked by the running back. Line drive throw. Falling down. 15-yard line. It's caught right there by Nico Collins. Caught it and hit the grass. He's down to the Kansas City 14 on 3rd and 2. A pickup of 13 yards. It's a first down for the Texans.
I am not sure what coverage the Chiefs were in right there, because it looked to me like Connor, I don't know if he was in zone or man, but he allowed Nico Collins to have a free release and run right at the safety Cook. Stroud put it on him before he got to the safety. That was too easy.
Mixon back in. 5 in the Kansas City secondary. 1st and 10. Texans down 3-0 at the Chiefs 14. Under center Stroud got the snap. Hands to Mixon over the left tackle and got about a yard. Down to the Kansas City 13-yard line. 2nd down and 9. On a day with a wind chill of 6 degrees and going into the wind in this first quarter, Houston.
You know, we talked about it being a win for the Texans, being able to hold the Chiefs to a field goal after that big kick return. Kind of feels like for the Texans in a game like this, on the road against the back-to-back champs, they need touchdowns when they get down here. They cannot settle for field goals against Mahomes. I wonder if DeMeco Ryans will be more aggressive on 4th downs in this game.
Stroud on this drive is 3 of 3. Kansas City's 13. 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap. Left tackle block. Line drive throw knocked away by McDuffie on the far sideline. He'll be matched up against Nico Collins, an elite wide receiver. And McDuffie is an all-pro. It's incomplete. And it's 3rd and 10 on the first possession for the Texans.
Stroud is very fortunate that that was not intercepted. If you're throwing an out-breaking route, you cannot throw it behind the receiver like he did right there. I don't know how McDuffie didn't catch that. He got both hands on it. Could have been a pick six the other way.
3rd down 9. Shotgun from the Kansas City 14-yard line. Moving from left to right into the wind. Houston has it 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap. Right tackle block. Running out of the pocket is Stroud. He's on the numbers. He's on the sideline. He cocks his arm. Runs to the near sideline and belts it out of bounds at a minimal gain of about 2. Down to the Kansas City 12. So it's 4th and 8. Here comes Fairbairn. And the Texans will try to tie the game with a field goal here.
And C.J. Stroud is in a lot of pain as he limps off. That's another reason why when a quarterback's in that situation, just throw it away. I mean, he only gained, a yard, maybe 2. When you're in that situation, you know you're not going to get close to the first down. Throw the ball away. The rules allow you to do that.
So here's Fairbairn, who's kicked a lot of 50-yarders. This is only a 30-yarder into the wind to tie the game. And the kick is away and good for Houston. We're tied at 3. Good-looking response to the Chiefs for the Houston Texans, who have tied this game at 3 with 8:41 to go in the first quarter. Let's step aside. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a Super Bowl champion 24/7 when used daily. But don't wait. This dynamic duo is available at Costco for a limited time only. Old Spice, official deodorant partner of the NFL and Super Bowl 59, where freshness meets football greatness.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and...
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Arrowhead in Kansas City with former NFL lineman Ross Tucker and Olivia Harlan-Decker on the sideline, Kevin Harlan, and together with Navy Federal Credit Union, we'd like to thank you for joining us for this divisional broadcast of the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1. And we'd like to give an extra special shout out to the over 1 million men and women in uniform stationed around the world in military bases and ships at sea, listening to our broadcast as they defend our nation. Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serves the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. So, we've got both teams have come up with some interesting plays. A long kick return by the Chiefs, setting up a 32-yard field goal. Long pass to the tight end Schultz at 34. That sets up a 30-yard field goal to tie it for the Texans. They're looking at C.J. Stroud on the sideline right now. Remigio is back there with Pirine with the ensuing kickoff, and it's caught at the 10-yard line, and Pirine has it on the 20. On the numbers, the 30 on the far side of the field. He goes to about the 32, and then gang tackled over there. And no flag and no long return, so the Chiefs will begin it with the 1st and 10 near their 32-yard line. Texans, by the way, with that score, have now tied for the NFL lead with opening drive scores in the regular season. 6 touchdowns, 5 field goals, and they score on their first possession. So Mahomes is in the gun. Isaiah Pacheco at his side from his own 31 of the Chiefs. It's a shotgun snap, a handoff to Pacheco. He goes over the right tackle and outside the hash mark, and he's up to the Kansas City 37-yard line. Ross Tucker, a gain of 6, 2nd down, 4 for the Chiefs.
We kind of forgot about Pacheco during the year because of that broken fibula. He missed a good chunk of time, but he has been stellar in the postseason. Over 75 scrimmage yards in his first 7 postseason games. We're talking like Emmitt Smith and Terrell Davis as the only other guys to do that.
2nd down, 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. His Chiefs 37, hand to Pacheco, and a gain of a yard. Fatukasi was in the middle, plugging it up. They get to the 38 of the Chiefs, and now it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Kansas City.
Really nice start for this Texans defense, and in particular the defensive line. These are the downs they have to win. We all know how good Patrick Mahomes is on 3rd down. In particular, a lot of times finding number 87, Travis Kelce, against zone coverage. Texans have to get pressure to heat up Mahomes.
Pirine the back, Mahomes in the gun. From the Kansas City 38, 3rd and 3 for the Chiefs. 5 in the secondary for the Texans. Mahomes is ready, gets the snap. 4-man rush, sets, cocks his arm, and there's a penalty flag thrown, and it's against Kansas City. Clay Martin is our referee today.
False start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's the right tackle, Jawan Taylor. The left tackle today is Joe Thuney, the normal starter at the left guard. He'll be the 4th difference starting left tackle for the Chiefs this season.
If you're not sure during the game, Kevin, if there's a penalty, who it's on, it's either on Jawan Taylor or Laramie Tunsil, because those guys can really rack up the penalties.
3rd down, 8 now with the penalty. Back to the Chiefs 33. Mahomes in the gun. Pirine to his right hip. Shotgun snap. 4-man rush. 5-man rush. Line drive throw incomplete for the crossing Kelce with a flag on the far side of the field. A flag thrown on the far sideline and thrown.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass to defense number 1. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
It is called on Houston, so another penalty on the Texans and a big 15-yarder right there.
Cannot do that against any team, but in particular the Chiefs. You have a terrific defensive stand on 3rd down, and then you're going to give him a free one. Will Anderson, it was helmet-to-helmet contact. He's got to lower his target area.
Right. So now the Chiefs, with the penalty in tow, will be at their 48-yard line officially. It will be 1st and 10, the inverted wishbone with Mahomes in the gun. And the official has just blown the play dead. There was not a timeout taken. Are they respotting? They are. Moving it up just beyond the 48, but the back of the ball is hitting there, so they'll keep it at the 48. Chiefs with the 1st and 10. Anderson with the second significant penalty for the Texans. It's a fake handoff out of the gun, a pass down the sideline, over the shoulder catch, 30-yard line, far sideline. Kelsey, and out of bounds, he runs. Beautiful throw, perfectly placed. 29 to the Texans. Chiefs a gain of 23 and a first down.
Boy, you called it, Kev. He threw that before Kelsey even started his break. Mahomes knew exactly where Kelsey was going to be. He was getting closed in on by Danico Autry. That's actually more loft than you normally see Mahomes put on the ball. He put a lot of air under that and dropped it right in the bucket.
Perfect throw. Another first down for the Chiefs. Pacheco the back. Mahomes in the gun. 29 of the Texans. Looks at a 4-man front. 5-man rush. Line drive throw. Incomplete. Thrown in back of Hopkins, the former Texan. It's incomplete. Mahomes and the Chiefs 2nd down and 10. Our score here, 6:14 to play, first quarter, tied at 3 as you're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs, presented by Intuit TurboTax. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs.
That's the second really poor pass already in this game for Mahomes. He just had a beauty to Kelsey, but that's the second time he's been significantly off on a throw to one of his receivers. You don't see that very often, and you wonder if that has anything to do with him not playing football for 23 days.
2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation for the Chiefs. 2 running backs, including Hunt. Ball at the 29 of Houston. Shotgun snap, dropping back 5, 4-man rush. Arching spiral near side. Caught. Worthy at the 10. Near sideline. What a grab. Heavily defended. Defender on each shoulder. And he's down to the 7-yard line of the Houston Texans. A terrific throw and an acrobatic catch on a leap. And a 1st and goal for the Chiefs.
And that's a matchup the Chiefs really like. Xavier Worthy against Eric Murray, who plays both safety and nickel for the Texans. If you get a guy that's a safety by trade, having to go against the guy that broke the combine record in the 40-yard dash, that is an advantage, Chiefs.
21-yard pickup, Hunt the back, Mahomes under center, 1st and goal at the 7 of Houston. Here's the reverse, it comes to Worthy running laterally on the 15 and read well, and brought down by Anderson, who got him from behind, shot right through, a loss of 9, and on the end around, the Chiefs are pushed back to the 17 of the Houston Texans.
Absolutely love that play by Will Anderson. It's basically a reverse, and he showed good discipline. He was not fooled by it. Travis Kelce was not able to seal it. Anderson actually ran right through Kelce to make that play. Anderson trying to make up for the penalty earlier on this drive.
Now, 2nd down and goal, 16-yard line of Houston. Pistol formation, shotgun snap to Mahomes. The block by the running back. He works out of harm's way up the middle and brought down. Hit on the 19-yard line. Brought down by Tommy Togiai. Losing 2. And it's back to the Texans' 18-yard line.
They were trying to set up a screen of the tight end, Noah Gray, but Derek Barnett, the backup defensive end, was all over it. He just kept bull rushing Noah Gray, who was acting like he was blocking initially. Gray could not get away from Barnett. Mahomes had no choice but to run it because there were offensive linemen downfield.
All right, here now at the 18-yard line of the Texans. Chiefs 3rd down and goal. Mahomes in the gun. Shotgun snap. They come up the middle. He's hit as he throws. It's incomplete on a short pass to the hash mark. Looking for Pirine. Boy, there was heavy pressure up the middle. Danielle Hunter was there, but the big hit came from Danico Autry. Setting up 4th down. The Chiefs will have to go again for 3.
The Texans overloaded the right side, and Danico Autry with a heck of a move on Trey Smith, although that was supposed to be a screen again, but Mahomes wasn't able to throw it to the running back because Autry hit his leg and knocked him down.
So Butker will try a 36-yard Kansas City field goal. 4:03 to go first quarter. Good snap. Kick is up and good on a 36-yarder. So Butker 2-2, and the defense, Ross, holds again for Houston.
Very impressed by what this Houston Texans defense has done so far, holding them to 2 field goals and trying to overcome those 2 penalties.
The Chiefs on top, 6-3, 3:59. First quarter, you're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. We can help you save on the right oil for your vehicle. Right now, get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge Full Synthetic or Castrol Edge Full Synthetic High Mileage Motor Oil with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for just $35.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or diabetes, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Chiefs on top, 6-3 late first quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification coast to coast. And around the world, this is Westwood 1, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
Whether your team is at home or on the road, hear every game with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. Just search for your team and click the favorite star.
Drive to the field, the Houston sideline, Olivia Harlan-Decker.
Well, I've been watching quarterback C.J. Stroud because last time as he was fighting for yards on the opposite sideline, he got up kind of hobbled and favored his right leg. As he got to his sideline, he was tended to by athletic trainers who were looking at that left ankle. When teammates came up to him and asked how he was, he shooed him off, and his offensive coordinator, Bobby Slovic, showed him a couple plays he likes for this drive, and CJ gave him a thumbs up. That's a good sign that he's confident with that ankle.
It is indeed, and as you say that, here he comes. By the way, the kickoff by the Chiefs retrieved in the end zone, touchback to the 30. And they have got their quarterback back out there, most importantly, Ross.
And Kevin, you made a really good point right at the opening kickoff. The wind is a pretty big factor so far because the Chiefs have been able to kick it into the end zone. Meanwhile, when the Texans have been kicking off, the ball's barely been getting to the 10-yard line. It is going to be a factor in this game.
Two-time Pro Bowl running back Joe Mixon in the backfield. Stroud is under center. Houston 31st and 10. The snap, the fake handoff, the drop back of 5. He'll throw to the far sideline, and it's incomplete with the good coverage by McDuffie, and they were going for Xavier Hutchinson on a short pass to the far side of the field in front of the Texan bench. It's incomplete in 2nd and 10 for Houston.
Boy, McDuffie is good.
Boy, he is. You're right.
He is so good. I mean, there's a reason why he got the accolades he's got. He is right in Hutchinson's back pocket that entire route on the crossing route. Stroud should have thrown the check down to Mixon. There was nobody around him.
There's an offset eye, 30 of the Texans, 2nd and 10. Stroud got the snap, hands off to Mixon, busting his way by the 25, up to the 30, the 35, and he's out to the 38-yard line of Houston, running on the hash over the right guard, picks up 8, setting up 3rd down and 2 for the Houston Texans, who trail by 3.
They ran the old wham play there, Kevin, where you don't block the defensive tackle right where the play's going. You have the tight end come and trap him. Chris Jones, extremely well blocked. I'm a little surprised Mixon wasn't able to get the first down. Heck of a tackle from Brian Cook, the Chiefs safety.
It's 3rd down and 2. Texans at their own 38. Stroud is in the gun. Here comes a four-man rush. He gets the shotgun snap and throws for a first down up the middle to Collins at the 50. He's on the hash mark to the Kansas City 48. Makes the catch. Down he goes. Gain of 15 yards on the play and a first down for Houston.
That is the second time in this game already that the Texans have gotten the Chiefs on that on a critical third down. For some reason, whatever corner who is over Nico Collins when he's in the slot, they're playing outside leverage. They're inviting an inside route. So Stroud's just throwing it to Nico Collins before he gets to the safety level, and it's like stealing.
Stroud through the air, 4-6, 67 yards, hitting three different receivers. Mixon back in, Chiefs 48, Houston 1st and 10. Under center the snap. Here's the handoff, and it's to Mixon over the right tackle, and a gain of a couple to the 46-yard line of Kansas City. It will be 2nd and 7 with Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan. We're here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Kansas City with Olivia Harlan-Decker down on the sideline. At work every day is game day. Give your crew an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, and the clock is ticking. And the Texans are moving again. 46 of the Chiefs. 2nd down and 8. Mixon the back and Stroud in the gun. There's the snap. Here comes the blitz, the throw down the middle, and right through the hands of the diving Hutchinson, who is inside the numbers and incomplete near the Kansas City 35. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Houston.
Missed opportunity there. The Chiefs came with a blitz. They brought 6, including Najee Johnson, who was playing in the slot. Hutchinson was wide open. He needed to get his head around a little bit faster than he did. Still, the ball went right through his hands. Remember, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, both injured.
Yep, it makes a difference. They've lost a lot of firepower and weaponry at that receiver. 3rd down 8, Chiefs 46, shotgun snap. Here comes Jones. Down goes the Houston quarterback. Sacked on the play, back at the 42. On the 3rd and 8, Jones comes right through. They lose 13. Here comes the punting unit. That calf has been bothering Jones, but not on that play. Big time Chiefs sack.
He has healed up, and nobody's done it better at the defensive tackle position over the last 3 years than Chris Jones. First team All-Pro each time, although that time they bumped him out to defensive end, working against the rookie from Notre Dame, Blake Fisher. Terrific two-hand wipe move from Jones, went right around him. Fisher put his head down, bracing for power.
Ramahio is back, and Tommy Townsend, a former Chiefs punter, will punt for Houston. It's a knee-high long snap, and the punt is away with the right-footed boot. It's right down the middle, bobbled at the 10-yard line. Remahio goes to the far sideline, 15, a block at the 20, and runs out of bounds and into the kicking net on the far side. A punt of 47, a hang time of 4 seconds, with a Kansas City punt return of 10. Let's step aside. 48 seconds to play in the first. The Chiefs 6 and the Texans 3. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
In a world that moves a million miles a second, Haagen-Dazs invites you to slow down and savor every delicious bite. Take it one almond at a time with the Haagen-Dazs Vanilla Milk Chocolate Almond Bar. Madagascar vanilla, rich milk chocolate, and toasted California almonds make this unmatched icon legendary. Whatever Dazs you savor, a snack bar or your favorite flavor, say goodbye to the fast life and hello to savoring the finest ingredients and the richest and creamiest ice cream. That's Dazs, available at retailers nationwide.
Finding quality candidates for your small business is no little league game, but Indeed can help you cover all your hiring bases. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
The NFL is committed to sticking to your game plan and always betting responsibly. If you bet, remember to set your limits, never chase your losses, and only bet what you can afford to lose. To learn more about responsible betting and discover resources to help build your game plan, visit the National Council of Problem Gambling at responsibleplay.org. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem, please call or text the following 24-hour confidential helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
The road to Super Bowl 59 continues tomorrow with the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax with 2 more games and a lot more action. Don't miss the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
Man, you're on top of it. That was terrific. You should be reading these every time. In fact, I'm going to put that into the boss. Kareem Hunt is the back, and after the punt by the Texans, Chiefs are at their 20. Mahomes in the gun. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap, a 4-man rush, and a quick throw to Kelsey, broken up and incomplete on the hash mark at the 27-yard line, broken up by Miles Bryant again in that secondary for the Texans.
And he's basically the third nickel they've used this year. They kind of rotate a couple guys through, but it was Jalen Petrie. He's out for the year. Then it was Jimmy Ward. Now it's Miles Bryant, and they also rotate in Eric Murray, who toggles back and forth between safety and nickel.
It's a 2nd down and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Avoids the rush. Dumps it off. He hits Noah Gray, one of his 2 tight ends on the numbers, and a meager gain of 3. Setting up 3rd down and 7 on that short pass. And really, he was just looking to find an escape hatch, and he did with that short little shot put throw. But not much. 3rd and 7 for the Chiefs coming up.
Noah Gray got absolutely rocked by Neville Hewitt. He was slow to get up, and it brings up a huge 3rd down. Looks like the Chiefs are going to wait to attempt that 3rd down until the 2nd quarter.
All right, the 1st quarter clock is ticking down. We've exchanged field goals both ways. Long kickoff return for the Chiefs. They got a 32-yard field goal. The Texans did their job. Long drive by Houston. They had to settle for a field goal. And the Chiefs, the last time they had it, they had a field goal. So everybody has scored. And we just had a punt right there by Houston. The Chiefs will start the 2nd quarter with the ball and a 3-point lead. Let's go to the 2nd quarter. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value. Plus, save $680 on a Midea 4-piece kitchen appliance suite. Now just $17.96. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 1/13 through 1/24. Cannot be combined with additional discounts while supplies last. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
People just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1, along with Ross Tucker and Olivia Harlan-Decker. Kevin Harlan. The start of the 2nd quarter is sponsored by Old Spice. Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. Who couldn't use that?
Nice whistle there.
Yeah, thank you very much. 3rd down and 7. First play, second quarter. Chiefs at their 24. Mahomes, the shotgun snap. Oh, he's got good time. Now the rush. He runs out of the pocket to the numbers, the 20. Near sideline, 25-30. Got a block. 35 near sideline, 40. Runs into his own bench. He's got the first down. Ross, before the game, you were talking about Mahomes running the ball when he needed to. He picked up 16 yards right there. On a 3rd and 7, he's out to the Chief 39 and a first down.
And if you're the Houston Texans, they had Danico Autry rushing over the right tackle, Jawan Taylor. If he's going to pinch inside, someone has to replace him and come outside to keep Mahomes in the pocket. He's as good as anyone at getting those first down conversions on 3rd and long.
Hunt the back. Chiefs at their 39, leading by 3. First and 10. Shotgun snap. Little pass into the backfield. Caught 40-yard line. Worthy broke a tackle. 45 up the near sideline. The 50 and down into Houston territory. He gets as far as the Texans 47 with a catch and run. And let's go quickly down to the field. And Olivia Decker.
Well, not on the field for Houston is linebacker Azeez Al-Shire. He's in the blue medical tent on the sideline. Questionable to return with a knee injury. That's the same injury that had him limited in practice. Big loss for the Texans as he's the quarterback of that defense.
He is indeed. He is the voice, Ross, of that Houston defense.
He wears the green dot, so with him out, it looks like they have moved To'o to the Mike linebacker spot, and then he is now wearing the green dot.
From the 49 of Houston, Kansas City, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, handoff Hunt over the right guard, and he bulldozes his way to the 45 with a gain of 4 in Houston territory with a 3-point lead and just underway in the second quarter. The Chiefs leading and on the move.
To'o, the second-year man from Alabama, typically plays the will linebacker spot. Remember, Al-Shire was suspended 3 games this year. And so when that happened, they moved him to the Mike linebacker spot. You don't see that very often, especially with a young player. Speaks well to To'o's football intelligence.
Texans 45, shotgun snap to Mahomes, backpedals and throws. Caught by Hunt with the leap, tried to spin, nothing there. He was hit and brought down. Again, Miles Bryant, the former Patriot, limiting him to a gain of 2 on a short pass to the numbers on the far side of the field. Down to the 43 of the Texans. Chiefs 3rd and 4, leading by 3.
Highly likely 4-down territory here, Kevin. So this is a great play for the Chiefs to run it if they like. Now, they're showing right now an empty set. I don't think it's a quarterback draw for Mahomes, but 3rd and medium is a good time to run it if you're going to go on 4th.
3rd down 4. Chiefs at the 43 of Houston. Shotgun snap. 5-man rush. Pocket crumbles. Down he goes. Sacked again. Mahomes is down. Hit that time by Anderson and others. Losing 8. They've been getting at him. And, of course, this was the thing that so many people, with the sack back at the 49 on the hash mark, this was the pressure that people were talking about that the Texans could play to their advantage.
This is what has to happen for the Texans to have a chance to win. It's a beautiful move from Will Anderson. He stabbed him inside like he was going to go with an inside move, came with a rip outside, and that is the first sack that Joe Thuney has given up since he moved to left tackle in Week 15. Over 130 pass blocking reps.
4th different left tackle for the Chiefs. Ariza to punt into the wind for Kansas City from left to right. Chiefs in their red jerseys, white pants. Here's the left-footed boot by Ariza. It's sent down to Woods, bouncing at the 10, now to the 5, and trickling into the end zone. It'll be a touchback to the 20-yard line, and that's where Houston will go. It's a 51-yard punt with a great bounce, and the Chiefs will get their defense back out on the field, and here comes C.J. Stroud and the Texans just into the second quarter. Chiefs 6, Texans 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
The clock's going to run out. The ultimate upset has happened.
The countdown is up.
Yes!
For the craziest.
Oh my goodness.
Surprising.
Fakes at home.
Most unpredictable tournament in all of sports.
Long 3 for the win. Fakes at home. Fakes at home.
Get ready from the first 4 to the final 4.
It's good. It's good.
March Madness lives on Sirius XM.
The divisional round continues when the Washington Commanders.
Daniels surveys, throws back in the end zone, wide open. Giambi Brown, touchdown Washington.
battle the Detroit Lions.
Jarrett's looking, throwing, end zone, caught, touchdown, Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, catch the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88. The Commanders call on Sirius 139 XM 229. The Lions call on Sirius 83 XM 228. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
I mean, I could talk forever. Gift of the gab, baby.
This is Mad Dog Sports Radio, featuring the one and only Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Could you imagine if that kind of thing happened today? I'd be screaming for months.
He's loud.
They won championships.
He's passionate.
Ratings, advertising, it's all a cesspool. You're not going to change it.
And he's talking football with you.
That's a football team.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed.
Anybody who asks knows I'm 100% right.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel
82.
Catch the best basketball coverage on Sirius XM NBA Radio Channel 86.
Jaylen Brown drives, bounce pass to the corner. Tatum drives baseline, strong two-hand grab.
Every day we bring you the latest headlines, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the players, coaches, and legends of the game.
We're now joined by best Laker of all time. It's Magic Johnson.
Nick Nurse, head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, joins us.
Plus, catch live play-by-play action you won't hear anywhere else. Tune in on NBA Radio Channel 86 or the Sirius XM app.
Teams have just extended themselves with punts both ways, and so now the Texans have it at their own 20-yard line. 6-3 Chiefs second quarter, along with Ross Tucker and Olivia Harlan-Decker. I'm Kevin Harlan here on Westwood 1. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. So here they go, the Texans with their quarterback C.J. Stroud, 4 of 7 so far. Ross at their 20 with the 1st and 10. They line up. Mixon will be in the backfield. All white uniforms, jerseys and pants, with the familiar dark navy blue helmets. Here's a handoff, and it goes Mixon over the left tackle. Stiff arms his way by the 25. Angling to the near sideline 30. And taken down at the Texans 32. A burst of 12. And a Houston first down. Easy run by Mixon, coming in with a bad ankle today.
Texans have found something here when they run to the left. That's where their big money side is. Both Laramie Tunsil and Titus Howard, the left tackle and left guard, both former first-round picks. They both have signed monster second, and in Tunsil's case, third contracts. They need those guys to play very well, and so far they are.
Under center will be the quarterback, C.J. Stroud, 32-yard line of the Texans. Single back, the snap, the spin, the handoff to Mixon. He dodges a defender and back of the line, then is brought down on the play by Leo Chanel. Coming up from the linebacker position, there's no gain. The Texans, Ross, will stay at their own 32 with the Chiefs on top, 6-3.
Maybe the Chiefs and Texans both heard me because they came right back with another run to the left, but the Chiefs came downhill, especially the middle linebacker, Nick Bolton. They were all over it. Mixon had to try to cut it all the way back.
Now they've given him a gain of a yard, so second down, short 10, long 9, just beyond the Texan 32. With Stroud under center, the snap, and a 5-man rush, and he throws a line drive to the near sideline, incomplete at the 50-yard line. Looking there for Jared Wayne, who was elevated off the practice squad earlier this week for the Texans. It's a line drive throw into the Chiefs bench, incomplete in 3rd and 9 for Houston.
He was going to be open. He slipped coming out of his route, and we've now seen multiple instances in this first half where the Texans having to have their backup receivers out there is really hurting them. Wayne, Hutchinson, they're just not able to get it done like the guys the Texans have lost to injury.
Ogunbowale is the running back in the shotgun with Stroud, 35-yard line of Houston. Stroud will now run it for himself. The 30, the 40. Far sideline numbers 50. Breaks a tackle 45. Breaks a tackle 40. Banging his way down inside the Kansas City 40-yard line. Running on the far sideline outside the numbers to the Chiefs 39. A run at 28 by the Houston quarterback.
Absolutely love the decisiveness from Stroud there. The Chiefs brought an overload blitz from the left, including 2 defensive backs. He saw a huge hole open up to the right, and he just hit it. I can't remember if it was on the air or during the commercial break, Kev, but I said the Texans are going to need Stroud to make plays with his legs. Had 42 yards rushing last week. Got a big chunk that time.
That's the longest run he's had all season. 39 to the Chiefs. High formation with Mixon. 1st and 10. The snap, the handoff to Mixon. And gobbled up as he ran up the middle into Noddy, who brings him down, running over the center between the hash marks at the Chiefs 35, and Ross a gain of 4, and 2nd and 6 for Houston, trailing by 3 here in the second quarter.
They're playing well.
Yeah,
they
are.
The Texans
I would
have come to play. I feel like the Texans have gotten the better of the action so far, but they got to get something else to show for here. And obviously a field goal's fine, but getting a lead would be gigantic.
Everybody in the stadium stands. They never sit here. They always stand, and they're standing now. 2nd down, 6, 35 of the Chiefs. Shotgun snap to the Houston quarterback, who hands off to Mixon, and he only gained a yard. It's 3rd and 5 as he ran over the right tackle, Ross, and outside the hash to the 34 of the Chiefs.
And this is one of those situations that we were talking about earlier. When you're playing the Chiefs in the playoffs, will D'Amico Ryans be more aggressive? We'll see what happens here on 3rd down, but if it's an incomplete pass, it's either a 51-yarder for Fairbairn, who now does have the wind, or it's going for it.
Yeah, like you mentioned, he does have the wind. And as Olivia told us earlier, gusting to 25 to 30 miles an hour. It's a 3rd and 5. Chiefs 34. Shotgun snap to Stroud. He's hit from behind and taken down. Sacked on the play by Amenahue, a former Texan. Charles Amenahue with the sack of Stroud, who got that ball and quickly was taken down. It's a loss on the play, back to the 37. They lose 2 on the sack. And now here's what you were talking about, Fairbairn, about a 55-yard try for Houston.
And Shaq Mason didn't even try to block Amenahue. It's some type of mental error. And watching the Texans tape this year, it happens way, way too often. You can't win with mental mistakes.
55-yarder with the win to tie the game, and 7 to play in the first half. Ball put down, kick is no good. Wide right, not even close. Line drive kick, not even close. And Fairbairn had made 13 field goals this season of 50 yards or more. That was number 2 in the NFL. But this one was not even close. So the Chiefs hold, and 7:01 to play in the first half, leading 6-3. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood 1.
That's the sound of your money going further. Because with new McValue at McDonald's, you always get more than you expect. Buy a sausage burrito and add a sausage McMuffin for just $1. Your crew needs fuel before practice? The $5 meal deal is always on time. Late night turn to all night? Get a double cheeseburger and add a McChicken for, just $1. Your money is having a time. New McValue at McDonald's. Get more than you expect. Prices and participation may vary. Valid per item of equal or lesser value.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today's broadcast of the NFL Playoffs on Westwood 1 is sponsored in part by Barbasol Shaving Cream, Grainger, by Navy Federal Credit Union, Wrangler, GoodRx, and by the official NFL app.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tomorrow when the Los Angeles Rams meet the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Hey, you know, Ross, in this business, there's a person who does the play-by-play, and then there's the analyst. And you're seeping up. Thank God you're here today. We appreciate it very much.
Hey, that's kind of how I was as a player. They say the more you can do, right? You stick around, the more you can do.
And look at what you've done. You've made an incredible career. Great to have you with us. 1st and 10 after the missed field goal. Mahomes airing it out. Shotgun snap, long pass over the shoulder catch at the 10. Grab by Brown. no, incomplete. He had the ball over his shoulder, looking into the battleship gray sky, and he could not hold it in. On the far side, 10-yard line. On that sideline, incomplete to Brown. Had it in his gloved hands.
Boy, I thought he caught it.
I did too.
And then when he came down to the ground, Eric Murray ripped it out. Credit to Murray for sticking with the play. I think it's the right call because I don't know that Brown ever really had possession there. I think Andy Reid's considering throwing the challenge flag, but it was called incomplete on the field. I'm not sure it's enough to overturn.
So from the 45 of the Chiefs, 2nd and 10 for Kansas City, leading by 3. It's a shotgun snap and a 5-man rush, and Mahomes throws down the middle, caught by Kelsey, 40. Between the hash marks, he breaks a tackle, 35. Breaks another tackle, 30. He's on the near side, 15. Stiff arms his way to the 10. Comes down the near side to the 5. Tackle there. 49-yard catch and run by Travis Kelsey up the middle where he finds room, and a 1st and goal for the Chiefs.
I thought they said he couldn't run after he caught the ball anymore. They came with a safety blitz, and Trey Smith just devoured him. And then Kelsey in the open field broke 2 tackles from 2 DBs down the field. What is it with this guy and the playoffs?
He has caught more passes in the postseason than any other player in the history of pro football. Lining up with the 1st and goal at the 6 of Houston. Shotgun snap. Handoff Pacheco over the center of the 5. Between the hash marks. Diving to the 4 of Houston. Gain of 2. It's 2nd down and goal for the Chiefs, who lead by 3, under 6 to go, 2nd quarter at Arrowhead.
It's kind of been crazy, Kevin. The Chiefs have 3 long passes for 93 yards. Their other 17 plays, only 15 yards. It's been the 3 big plays. And now they're down here again. Andy Reid always has creative plays down near the goal line.
Let's see what they do here. Empty backfield, everybody in tight. 4 of Houston. Chiefs 2nd and goal. Shotgun formation for the quarterback who gets the snap. It's a forward pass. He pitches out, caught by Worthy. Runs near the goal line and shy as he got that ball on a jet sweep pass. The ball was in the air about a foot, literally a foot. And then his elbow hit. He's inside the 1. And it's now 3rd on a gain of 3. It's 3rd and goal.
He was clearly short. It's a good job spotting it by the officials. Remember, the Chiefs do not run quarterback sneaks ever since Mahomes got hurt doing one against the Denver Broncos.
Hunt is the back. Mahomes in the gun. Inside the 1. 3rd and goal. Arms extended. Mahomes moves his receiver. It's a shotgun snap. It's a handoff to Hunt. Got a block from Kelsey. Touchdown with the Chiefs scoring right there on a 1-yard touchdown run by Kareem Hunt. And the Chiefs extend their lead with 4.5 to go, 12-3 over Houston.
Boy, that was just too easy. I mean, all it was a power play to the right. And the left guard, Caliendo, was able to kick out the DN. Kelsey went up in the hole and really didn't even have to do that much. Hunt almost went in untouched.
Butker with the extra point. Snap is down. Kick is away. Good. Chiefs lead by 10. So a missed 55-yard field goal by Houston to tie. The Chiefs go the other way. Complete a 49-yard catch and run to their Hall of Fame to be tight end Travis Kelsey. And Hunt pounds it in on a run of 1 yard, and the Chiefs lead by 10. 13-3, late 2nd quarter. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. And visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This bowl season, we've got a new lineup of $5 bowls from KFC. They're bringing back the fan favorite mac and cheese bowl, filled with creamy mac and cheese, original recipe nuggets, and a 3-cheese blend. They're also bringing back the Nashville Hot Mac and Cheese Bowl and the Nashville Hot Famous Bowl. Plus, they're introducing the brand new Nashville Hot Loaded Fry Bowl. 5 options to choose from for $5 each. Taste all your KFC favorites in every sporkful and discover what finger-licking good means with every bite. Only at KFC.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund has belonged to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax-confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
We're back at Arrowhead and the Chiefs lead by 10. Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn graduate and undergraduate certificates online with University of Maryland Global Campus. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev. This broadcast may be certified to operate by Chev. We don't know. We hope they are. That was a 1-yard touchdown run by Hunt. He's now played 5 playoff games. He has 5 touchdowns in each of the postseason appearances he has made. The big play, Kelsey, a catch and run of the 9, and the Chiefs' ensuing kickoff into the wind is out of the end zone by Butker to our right. It's a touchback to the 30. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Houston, down by 10. Score here in Kansas City, 13-3. The Chiefs over Houston. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. 1st and 10, Texans.
They need to get back on track. C.J. Stroud started the game 3 for 3. Since then, 1 for 5 as the Chiefs are doing a better job of taking away Nico Collins, his top receiver.
Under center, Stroud against the snap after the fake pitch. He runs to the far side, chased by Karlaftis to the far sideline, and he runs out of bounds. Not much of a play, and a gain of about 2 to the 32 of the Texans, where Ross Tucker, it's now 2nd down and 8. Clock is ticking at 4:24. Chiefs 13-3.
Really like that play call there. It's a boot action off of runs to the left. They've been running it effectively to the left, so you fake on 1st down the run to the left, you boot to the right, but the Chiefs weren't fooled at all. Andrew Beck, the fullback, was locked up in man-to-man coverage, and they were bracketing Nico Collins. 2 Chiefs defenders on Nico Collins almost wherever he goes.
Stroud, 2nd down, 8 in the gun, hands off, and it goes to Mixon over the right tackle past the Texan 35. Angling to the painted numbers on the grass, and he's out near the 37. It'll be 3rd down with a gain of 5 right there. 3rd down and about 3 under cloudy skies with the wind chill at 6 here at Arrowhead.
Got to convert here. You can't punt it right back to the Chiefs after they just scored a touchdown. Put your defense back out there. Think players, not plays. Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, or Joe Mixon.
The last 2 Houston drives have ended on a 3rd down sack. Ogunbowale, the back, 38 of Houston. Stroud in the gun, 3rd and 3. They rush 4. There's the snap. Short pass, caught over the middle. Grabbed right there. Good for a 1st down on the hash mark. Grabbed by Mechie. He was on the hash mark to the 49 of Houston. He picks up 11. A quick throw. Getting the ball out quick is huge. And that has served Stroud well. He hits Mechie for a 1st down throw.
Well, they had the 2 inside receivers, Dalton Schultz and Xavier Hutchinson. They both ran straight up the field, and then it was an in-breaking route by Mechie behind them, kind of a rub route.
49-yard line under center. Stroud, 1st and 10, got the snap, hands to the running back, the twirling Mixon over the right tackle to the 49 of the Chiefs on a gain of 2. And Ross, 2nd down and 8 with this Texan team down by 10, late 2nd quarter.
They do not have to run another play here before the 2-minute warning, and they shouldn't, right? You want to leave as little time as possible on the clock for the Chiefs. So if you're the Texans, who still have all 3 timeouts, take this down to the 2-minute warning.
And that's what they're going to do, even with the wind at their back. They're going to sit on the ball and let the clock tick down. It's a 2:04, 03, 02, and we are now at the 2-minute warning. It is sponsored here by Lionsgate. Flight Risk stars Mark Wahlberg as a psychotic villain. What? A role we haven't seen him play in almost 3 decades. I thought it'd been a while. This movie is one hell of an action thrill ride. The kind of movie you must experience in the theater. All right, 2-minute warning here at Arrowhead. It's 13-3, Chiefs over Houston. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Mayday. We've been compromised. The pilot's a hitman.
I knew you were going to be fun.
This Friday.
Tell me how to fly this thing.
Mark Wahlberg.
You know what the difference between me and you is? You're going to die.
Don't shoot him, we need him!
Y'all need a pilot?
Flight Risk. Rated R.
Sponsored by Lionsgate.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATM.
And Doug.
Limu wanted me to tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. He says because we all like to save a buck. No, okay, he said with the extra cash, you can lease a new truck. Wait, he said he went to middle school with geese and ducks? Actually, I think Limu just said squawk.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Back at Rockin' Arrowhead here in Kansas City, you can stream the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1 for free, sponsored by Pfizer. This RSV season, don't drop the ball. I think I actually did. I may have this. I should have gotten this vaccine. Visit.
Do you want me to read the rest of it? Sorry.
Yeah, would you please?
Yeah.
If I laugh, I'm going to cough, and if I cough, I'm going to be in trouble.
Visit VaxAssist.com to check eligibility and schedule.
Yeah.
And RSV vaccine. And fans, a reminder, you can listen to Westwood1Sports.com on the NFL app by asking Alexa to open Westwood 1 Sports or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms.
See, this is what you don't want to see. You don't want to get it, and I should have got it. I may run out to my pharmacist after this and get that shot by Pfizer. We thank them for their support of our Westwood 1 broadcast. Second down 8. 2-minute warning. 3 timeouts for the Texans. Shotgun snap to Stroud. Sets in the pocket. The Chiefs 49. Line drive throw into a thicket of defenders. Diving catch made on the far side. Mechie at the 25. What a great grab. Sliding on the grass. Outside the numbers. Chiefs 25. Gain of 24. First down Houston.
Mechie thinks he made the catch. 2 Chiefs defenders think he did not. If the Texans aren't sure, they should snap this as soon as possible. It does look to me on the first 2 replays that Mechie did secure it. Second gigantic play by Mechie on this drive.
Markham at the Kansas City 25. First and 10 Houston. Down by 10 before the half. Shotgun snap. Quick handoff to Pierce. He curls off one defender, running over the center and down inside the Chiefs' 21-yard line, right between the hash marks on a gain of 5. And it's 2nd and 5 for Houston, down by 10.
Love the play call to run it there and to keep running clock. You don't want to give Mahomes any time after this possession for the Texans. Where they are right now, worst case scenario, they should be able to go into halftime only down 1 score.
And they have more yards than the Chiefs, 173 to 124. In the shotgun is the quarterback Stroud inside the 21 of the Chiefs. 2nd down and 5. Shotgun snap, short drop. He's got blocking. Now they come up the middle. Now they got him and they sack him on the hash mark at the 30-yard line, and that was Tershawn Wharton who comes up the middle. Everybody getting a hand for the Chiefs. Losing 9 on the play, and it's back officially now. They're going to spot the ball inside the Chiefs' 29 with the timeout taken. Timeout taken, clock here at 33 seconds. Texans with the ball deep in Chiefs territory, down by 10. Second quarter of play. Let Tax Slayer level up your tax filing game this year. Tax Slayer gives you the power to claim all your tax breaks with total confidence. Head to taxslayer.com to start filing for free today. Third, Chief sack, Ross.
Incredibly poor pocket presence there by Stroud. Can't take a sack there for so many different reasons.
Ogunbowale the back. 3rd and 13 with that sack. Inside the Chiefs 29 for Houston. Stroud in the gun, the snap, a 4-man rush. He sets up, right tackle block, runs out of the pocket on the numbers, the 30, far sideline 25. Far sideline, he's on the 20 and runs out of bounds, close to a first down. He's a yard shy, maybe a half yard shy. Needed the 15, got just inside the Chiefs 16, but a flag.
Offense number 69. 10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
Shaq Mason's had a tough day at that right guard for the Texans this afternoon.
You know, he's had a tough year. I'm not really sure what's happened to Shaq Mason, but he hasn't played nearly as well this year as he has in previous years. I think he's been banged up, and that's one reason for it. But these self-inflicted wounds by the Texans, it's like painful to watch, Kevin. They're killing themselves. They're outgaining the Texans back-to-back plays now where they go back 10 yards. You can't win this way.
Nope. They're inside the 39 with the penalty in tow in Chiefs territory in a 3rd and 23, trailing by 10 at the closing of this second quarter. Here's a handoff. Ogunbowale over the left tackle, runs on the numbers, the 30. He's down to the Kansas City 29. And there's another timeout taken with 18 seconds to go in the first half and a 13-3 Chiefs lead with the Texans now facing 4th down. And the ball resting at the Kansas City 29. So they got their field goal unit out there to try to tack on 3 more. They missed earlier on a 55-yarder.
He's got to make this one now.
He's got to.
I like the play call there to run it. You force them to go ahead and have to call a timeout, and they got much more manageable field goal range. I'm actually a little surprised the Chiefs were so soft against that run. You had to be expecting that on 3rd and forever.
So here is a 48-yard field goal try by Fairbairn. His longest outside ever, 54 yards back in 2018. This is a 48-yard field goal to get a few more points on the board before the half. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is through. Good on a 48-yard Fairbairn field goal for the Houston Texans. And now, with 16 seconds to go in the first half, 13-6, with the Chiefs holding on to a lead of 7.
A reminder to stay with us for the NFL playoffs on Westwood One halftime report, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will preview Game 2 of our divisional playoff doubleheader between the Commanders and the Lions, and Scott will talk with Dan Campbell. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Let's step back and get your thoughts on the first half so far.
It's just unbelievable, Kevin, that the Texans have outgained the Chiefs by 50 yards. It feels like they're getting better of the action, and yet they're down by a touchdown because the Chiefs have gotten some big plays, and just the unforced errors by the Texans. The kickoff return, the untimely penalties, the missed field goal, the poor pocket presence sacks by Stroud. The Texans are just doing the little things that really prevent you from beating a team as good as the Chiefs.
Ramahio is back with Pirine for the Chiefs to get this kickoff. It'll be taken inside the 5-yard line by Ramahio at a 65-yard kickoff return to start the game. He takes us up to the 25, and he's brought down there on a return on the play of about, 20 yards or so, and they're going to mark him at the 26. And the Chiefs will have 10 seconds on the clock. My guess is they'll go to a knee and take a 7-point lead to the locker room. Yep, that's exactly what they'll do. They got their formation out there where the quarterback is covered, and he'll get the snap, and Mahomes will go to a knee, and that will be all she wrote for the first half. So the Texans Probably would have taken this, though, right? Against the defending Super Bowl champs and a 15-win team and down by just 7.
The longer they can stay within one score, the better, the tighter the Chiefs will be. The Texans did a lot of positive things there in the first half. They got to feel good about everything other than those unforced errors we talked about.
They met in Week 16. The Chiefs led by 7 at halftime. Today, Kansas City leads by 7 at halftime. The Chiefs won Week 16, 27-19. And our score here, 13-6, Chiefs over Houston. First half is in the books, and Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 6 minutes. Visit Progressive.com. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams winter sale and get 30% off paints and stains January 17th through the 27th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Welcome to the NFL Playoffs Halftime Report on Westwood 1. Sponsored by Wendy's. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast. Like a breakfast baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's. Now, here's your host, Rich Eisen.
Welcome back to our Westwood 1. Scott Graham with you here, and we are at halftime now at Arrowhead Stadium. The Kansas City Chiefs on top of the Houston Texans by a score of 13-6. This is game number 1 of our doubleheader today here on Westwood 1. Game number 2 tonight is the other number 1 seed, the Detroit Lions, playing at home against the Washington Commanders. Now, this is a Detroit Lions team this season with 5 games of 40 or more points, and in those same games, 0 turnovers. That's the best in NFL history. Also the first team in NFL history with 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers, all with 1,000 scrimmage yards on the season. Where does that come from? The quarterback, Jared Goff. I talked with his head coach, Dan Campbell, this week and asked what it was that saw Goff just take that move from great last year to another level this year. Was it simply one more year of experience?
I really believe that's what it is. I do, Scott. I think this guy is, he's continuing to grow. I made this comment a few weeks back. I feel like he's stepping into his prime. Like he's just now getting into that window, and here he is, he's 30 years old. So he's just continued to grow and develop. And it's like, you get asked these questions about players or, when you're coaching this level or how do you keep getting better? You're like anything else, man. Don't you want to keep learning? And that's what this guy's done, man. He's like a sponge. He watches hours and hours of tape. He wants to know what the game plan, how we see it, what can they do. He's beginning to have his own ideas on what he sees. Hey, I know you talked about this, but if they're going to roll to this coverage, why can't I check to the, we're getting on higher level things now to where he's seeing the game so much more clearly. And he's able to make adjustments. And the more he grows, the more our offense grows. Like he can take us to places we haven't been able to go.
The other quarterback playing in this game has made quite a case for himself over the course of his first year, and in a playoff game was in a lot of ways dominant. How many problems does Jaden Daniels present for a defense? Not simply because he's capable of running, but also because of a lot of different things like recognition of what's going on and where he can use his tools best.
Yeah, he has a lot of problems. Like I'm sitting there trying to count on my fingers how many problems. He's he's an issue. He's an issue. And I mean, what a talent. I think what's really impressive about him is he just doesn't get frazzled. You know, for a young player, a young quarterback, to watch him every week, he knows where to go with the football. He understands this offense. He plays pretty fast. And then it's like, if it's not there or you know, something happened, receiver fell down, man, he's got the composure and the athletic ability. He just kind of buys time in the pocket. He moves a little bit, man. He's, you know, and eyes downfield, and then he'll leave. But he doesn't always leave. I mean, he can hurt you in the pocket scrambling. He can certainly hurt you outside running. And I think everybody sees the athletic ability and the speed and all that. But it's really the fact that he's a rookie and he stays pretty calm. I think that he doesn't make a lot of errors. That's pretty impressive for a young guy.
Jaden Daniels is trying to become the 5th rookie quarterback to make the conference championship game. Dan Campbell and company trying to get in the way tonight at Ford Field. Stay tuned for part 2 of our divisional round doubleheader. Kevin Kugler, Mike Mayock, and Laura Oakman standing by for all the action live from Detroit. We begin at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here on most of these same stations. Our halftime score right now in Kansas City, the Chiefs 13, the Houston Texans 6. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell, 3-ball, bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
I'm going to win the Royal Rumble.
Busted Open is hitting the road for coverage of the 2025 Royal Rumble. Live from Indianapolis. Join Dave LaGreca as he previews this big event and sits down with the top stars in the WWE.
Royal Rumble, you're next on the list.
The road to WrestleMania starts at the Royal Rumble, and Busted Open will be there live for it all. Only on Sirius XM Fight Nation, Channel 156, and the Sirius XM app. It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the Sirius XM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the Sirius XM app and talk about all the EPL drama on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Daytona is so unique. We have a expectation of what we expect of ourselves.
The Great American Race is underway.
Awesome. We want to win that race so bad.
I know how heartbreaking that place can be.
The entire pack is collected.
I know how amazing that place can be.
Are you kidding me?
I'm ready to go.
We know what we're capable of.
Daytona is coming. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 16th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 9,
and on the Sirius XM app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
Get daily football news on the players and teams that matter to you on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with their easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressive.com. 7-point lead for the Kansas City Chiefs at the break. Don't forget, we've got doubleheader action coming your way tomorrow as well. First, the LA Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, followed by the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Our coverage tomorrow begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The NFL Playoff Halftime Report on Westwood One has been sponsored by Wendy's. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's. Our halftime score, Kansas City 13, Houston 6. When we return, Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
And Doug.
Limu wanted me to tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. He says because we all like to save a buck. No, okay, he said with the extra cash, you can lease a new truck. Wait, he said he went to middle school with geese and ducks? Actually, I think Limu just said squawk.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better. Get our fastest connection loaded with benefits. Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay and any voice line. Plus, price lock. We won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Guarantees regular monthly rate plan price of fixed wireless 5G internet data with qualifying service. After $15 bill credit with postpaid voice line plus $5 a month without auto pay with debit or bank account. Regulatory fees included for qualifying accounts. $35 connection charge applies. Speeds vary due to factors affecting cellular networks.
You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1. We're from frigid Arrowhead, 6-degree wind chill temperature. So it's 21. And the wind chills at about, the wind is blowing between 17 and 26 miles an hour. We're going to check in with Olivia Harlan-Decker on the sideline in just a second. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. You don't need a job site, you need a hiring platform. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Mahomes, 7 of 13, 114 through the air. He's run it twice for 14 yards. Stroud, 6 of 10 and 102 yards through the air. Stroud has run it 3 times for 32. Mixon, 11 times for 45. Nothing else except for Travis Kelce. 2 catches, 72 yards, including a 49-yarder that was absolutely terrific. Ross, Houston's going to get the ball on the opening kickoff of the second half here in this divisional playoff game.
And honestly, Kevin, they've moved the ball better than I was expecting in this game. They have gotten in the Chiefs' territory on all 4 of their drives, but they only have 6 points to show for it. They need to do it again, but this time get 6.
They've had drives of 10, 6 plays, 8 plays, and 9 plays. But they're right in it, down by 7. But this is how the Chiefs have kind of played all season, isn't it? It's not that they're playing fast and loose. It's just that they get everybody's best shot as a defending champion. This is just the world they live in.
And they still find a way, somehow, some way, to win close games. NFL record 16 straight. That just defies all logic.
It is amazing. It's time for the start of the second half, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to GoodRx.com or download the free GoodRx app. Chiefs will kick off, red jerseys, white pants, as it is getting darker and darker here in Kansas City. With the kickoff here, retrieved on the run at the 10 to the 20, up the middle, the 30. And a run by Woods between the hash marks as he was cutting with a flag thrown on the play. Right now, he's at the 32. And let's see what that flag is about with just 4 seconds gone here in the third quarter.
Very late flag, by the way. It's almost like he couldn't pull it out of the holster. And the Texans are going backwards.
Yep. looks like it's going to be against Houston, and this goes to a point you made in the first half about
during the return.
Penalties.
Holding. Number 29 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
If they wouldn't commit these penalties, this game might even be closer than it is.
They are killing themselves. That time it was M.J. Stewart. I think it's a good call. He had the right hand outside on Najee Johnson and was pulling it. Clearly restricted movement. I support the penalty. The Texans have to be smarter.
So the penalty pushes back the Texans. First play, second half, they're 18. Stroud under center against the snap, hands to Mixon, trying to wheel, and he was brought down immediately on the play. And a guy in the secondary, Shamari Connor, comes shooting through, brings him down, and a gain of about a half yard. That's it. Now it's second down, long 9, second half underway here at Arrowhead.
So interesting, isn't it, how often there are Chiefs defensive backs in the backfield? You just don't see that as often as you do with the Chiefs because of how much pressure Spagnuolo, their D coordinator, brings.
Second down, 9, outside the 18 of Houston, under center Stroud. Fake end around, quick throw. Mixon got a block at the 20 on the numbers, the 25, and taken down from behind by Najee Johnson in the secondary on a gain of 6. Short pass thrown laterally. 3rd and 3 for Houston. First possession, second half.
Really creative play call there by the Texans. They had Mixon lined up in the slot, then he came around in what they call orbit motion behind Stroud and then ran a screen.
Now Stroud will be in the shotgun with a 3rd and 3 at his own Texan 25. He gets the snap, he hands to Mixon, bullets up the middle. He's got the first down over the center, the 30 between the hash marks. He's up to the 33, gain of 8. They needed that on 3rd and 3. Wide to the field, and Olivia Harlan-Decker.
Well, Texans coach D'Amico Ryans really happy with how his defense started. First couple series, very pleased with, but said we got to buckle down as we led up that last drive. That scoring drive was the only time the Chiefs showed that explosiveness. He says we got to buckle down. We'll be fine. Efficient offensively. He's really happy with his offense. More on Andy Reid after.
You got it. 1st and 10 in the eye. Texans at their 33 after the first down run by Mixon. Tight end in motion, the snap, the spin, handoff Mixon, a fullback block. He cuts outside, 35 on the numbers, the 40, and taken down right there on a gain of about 7. Now it'll be second down, Olivia, and 3 to go. Back to you.
Andy Reid just showing his reverence for this Texans team, saying they're a really good team. We knew this, and we're seeing this. They're playing well, as Ross mentioned. They're outgaining us, but really happy with his plays from Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce. Those are their stars.
What kind of father would let their daughter work in conditions like this? My goodness.
A good one.
Yeah. Thank you for the report. Second down, 3, ball at the 40-yard line. Stroud, the Houston quarterback, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back 7, has time, sets, now he'll run. He'll pump fake and run along the 40, laterally to the far sideline, got to about the 44-yard line, and he's got the first down near the 45. A good run by the quarterback. The quarterback's running. And Ross, you talked about this earlier. That has been a difference in the game.
It's been huge, and there's 2 things I love about that play. 1, Stroud knowing, hey, I can run and get this first down. And 2, how about Olivia Harlan-Decker, the true pro, to say, you know what, I'll tell you about Andy Reid after this play. Let me hear my dad call the play, then come back to me. It's like she grew up in the industry.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, what she's learned. 1st and 10. From the 45, Houston on the move. Shotgun snap to Stroud and a whistle blown and a penalty against the Texans.
Start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So we had somebody come up here into our booth at halftime, and they're having problems with the microphones, and we've heard it right there. We've not been affected, but these wireless mics are having a hard time, either with the weather, the temperature, whatever. But we just heard Clay Martin struggling with some technical issues on the field.
And I think it was Irv Smith that had the false start, who they had to pick up to put in at tight end.
1st and 15, 40-yard line of the Texans. Under center Stroud, the snap, the spin. Handoff to Pierce, tried to run laterally and brought down on the play. No place to run. And Udike Azuma comes through and makes the stop on that Chiefs defensive line. And the loss of 4 puts him back, Ross, to the 46-yard line of Houston.
It's like the Texans are doing their best Paula Abdul impersonation in this game. They take 2 steps forward, then they take 2 steps back. Almost every drive.
Wait a minute.
Did you get that reference?
Yeah, I did. I never thought, as we put on the headsets 2.5 hours ago, we would hear that. 2nd and 19. Stroud in the gun, his own 36. Here's a 5-man rush and a quick throw up the middle and a backpedaling catch on the hash at the 50. It's caught there by Hutchinson. Trilled as he got it on the logo. He picks up 14. And now it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Texans. Big throw. Listen, every time he throws up the middle, there's room.
Yeah, they need to keep going to that. They have found something there with the slot receivers running right at the safeties. That's their best thing. It was press man from McDuffie. Credit Hutchinson for getting away from the all-pro corner.
Pierce is still in. It's 3rd and 5. The ball right at the 50 on the first possession of the second half. Stroud the shotgun snap. Quick throw. First down catch. Schultz. He got the ball chest high. Trapped it against his chest on the hash. 44 Kansas City. It's a first down. Our score here, with about 5 minutes gone in the third quarter, 13-6 Chiefs. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax.
5 straight completions for the Texans. They keep converting these third downs. They are 5 for 5 now, getting in Chiefs territory when they have the ball.
Offset eye, Mixon is in. Stroud under center, gets the snap, hands off. Mixon over the right tackle, got a block at the 40 on the numbers, and down to the Kansas City 38-yard line. Brought down in the secondary by the Chiefs defensive back Johnson. It is now 2nd down and 3. A good-looking drive, and the Texans are moving the ball down by a touchdown.
They can win this game. I'm not saying they're gonna, but they can win this game. They have really played well so far. They haven't come in intimidated at all. Continue to be outgaining the Chiefs significantly in this game. Now they're outgaining them by 100 yards.
9-play, 44-yard drive. They've got it 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs 38. Stroud under center, handoff Mixon, picking and poking his way over the right guard. On the hash, dives to the 36 of the Chiefs, picks up 2, and now Ross 3rd and 1 for the Texans, trailing 13-6.
Yeah, I think it's a long one. I love the idea of a play-action pass deep shot here. If you don't get it, then go for it on 4th down. I think D'Amico Ryans knows that. Hopefully, he's telling his coordinator, Bobby Slowick, hey, Bobby, you got 2 downs. Let's try to get a touchdown here.
And on 3rd down today, the Texans 6 of 10, I formation, Stroud under center. It's 3rd and 1, the fake handoff, rolling is Stroud, cocks his arm, being chased on the sideline, throws, and caught on the far side by Collins at the 24-yard line of the Chiefs on the sideline. What a throw by Stroud. What a throw of 12. Heavily pressured, running out of room, angling to the sideline, and completes it with an incredible Collins catch on a dive.
Yeah, Collins was laid out. The Texans going right on the football so that the Chiefs don't have a chance to challenge it, but it looked to me like a good catch.
Here we go. 1st and 10, 25 of the Chiefs. Stroud shotgun snap, throws in a backpedaling catch to the tight end Smith. Flag thrown. He got it on a backpedal. 19 of the Chiefs on that far sideline. And he spun around, and there was a
Pass
flag.
interference. Offense number 86. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That's on the other tight end, Dalton Schultz, who's had a good couple catches today and runs.
This is just crazy at this point, how many penalties the Texans have. Self-inflicted wounds. He was running off against Najee Johnson. He didn't need to put his hand on him. Now, I don't like that call because I feel like Schultz has the right to run up the field. Najee Johnson initiated the contact. Najee Johnson was not trying to fight over the top. That is a poor call by the officials.
So now, 1st and 20, Pierce the back, offset eye, Chiefs 34, Stroud under center, snap, spin, handoff to Pierce as he corkscrews by a defender, broke the tackle inside the numbers, got to the 28 of the Chiefs, running over the left tackle, picked up 6. 2nd down, 14. Our clock in the third is under 7 minutes. The Texans have had it the entire time with a good-looking drive. They're down by 7.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on Fox later today when the Washington Commanders meet the Detroit Lions in the divisional playoffs. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL playoffs on Fox.
This is a 12-play drive. 13th play of the drive coming up right now. Second down, 14. Chiefs 28. Back to pass, Stroud. Line drive up the middle. Backpedaling catch on the hash mark at the 15. Made by Xavier Hutchinson. And he backpedaled down to the 14 of the Chiefs. That is close to a first down, but probably short by a yard. 13-yard pickup. 3rd and 1 for Houston.
This is interesting. I think they'll run it here to try to get the first down because it's another unique opportunity to try to get in the end zone. But they've had some success running it to the left side behind Laramie Tunsil and Titus Howe.
The Texans break huddle with a single back Mixon. They've got it 3rd and 1 inside the Chiefs 15. Stroud under center, gets the snap, hands off Mixon, dives across the guard, flag is thrown. His run gets him the first down, but let's see what the flag says as he got inside the Chiefs 14, running over the left tackle. Right now, the penalties, 6 on the Texans, 1 on the Chiefs.
Illegal motion. Offense number 83.
Unbelievable.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
If they go on to lose, we can explain why with these penalties.
They are killing themselves. I mean, they got the first down easily, absolutely easily, and now they're backed up. Now it's 3rd and medium. It's interesting, too, Kev, because I'm watching another angle of the Hutchinson catch on 2nd down. I think he got a poor spot.
I think he got a poor spot. That should have been a first down, right?
He should have gotten the first down. That's very unfortunate.
5-yard penalty, 3rd and 6. Agunbawale the back, Stroud in the gun. He looks at 6 in the Kansas City secondary. He's at the Chiefs 19. 4 wide, 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap. Here comes a 5-man rush. He dodges one defender. He runs from the 25, far side 20, 15, and he goes and dives for a first down. And he was hit low, and he's got it. He got the first down. The quarterback, Stroud, running to the far sideline, angling down to the 13 of the Chiefs in a first down run of 7.
Absolutely love what I'm seeing from C.J. Stroud in this game. Not just throwing the football, but running it, and he is playing for keeps. He knew he had to put his shoulder down to get the first down. He ran right through Justin Reed. C.J. Stroud is trying to win the biggest game of his life.
I love the play calls, too, by Bobby Slowick, their offensive coordinator. Here we go with the Texans down by 7. They've had it the entire 3rd quarter. 4.5 to go. 13 of the Chiefs, I formation, 1st and 10. Handoff, Mixon goes by the 10, got a block at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Mixon with a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point from tying the game. What a drive. What a drive to begin the second half in Kansas City for the Houston Texans.
Absolutely incredible. Over a 10-minute drive. It's a wind back play. So all of the flow is going left, but then the fullback Beck cuts it back right, and Mixon goes right behind him. All the Chiefs overran it the other way. A relatively easy touchdown run.
Fairbairn will try the extra point and try to tie. Snap is down, kick is away, and no good. He misses an extra point. Can you believe he misses the extra with the wind at his back? And Houston trails by 1. A missed extra point by the Texans. And that has been the story of their day. They've been heavily penalized, and now they miss the extra point. Timeout taken, 4:36, 3rd quarter, 13-12 Chiefs. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
It's the NFL Playoff Divisional Round on Sirius XM. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, the Rams visit Saquon Barkley and the Eagles.
He's going to go again. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley.
Then at 6:30 Eastern, Lamar Jackson's Ravens visit Josh Allen and the Bills.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Find your game at SiriusXM.com/NFL schedule or search for the teams on the SiriusXM app. And after the games, get instant analysis on NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The College Football Playoff National Championship is here, and SiriusXM College Sports Radio brings you closer to the game.
He caught it!
all weekend long. Sirius XM Channel 84 is your home for wall-to-wall coverage of Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
Got it to the 4 and into the end zone.
Hear expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and updates live from Atlanta. We've got everything a college football fan needs. Listen exclusively on College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and stream anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
This is a clinic by LeBron.
We break down the latest news every day.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
And bring you the best games every night.
Right corner Mitchell. 3-ball. Bullseye!
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage of 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86 in the car, and the Sirius XM app.
Hear the biggest stars in golf compete in the game's newest competition. TGL, presented by SoFi, is on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
It's on its way. He has made it. It's a birdie.
The action continues this Tuesday when Ricky Fowler's New York Golf Club take on Justin Thomas in the Atlanta Drive at 7 p.m. Eastern. Your exclusive radio home for TGL, presented by SoFi, is SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
15-play drive by the Texans to begin the second half, and they get a touchdown, but they miss the extra point. 1-point game in Kansas City. Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by State Farm. State Farm can help you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 82-yard drive, 15 plays, 10-24. And they get the 13-yard touchdown run by Mixon. Joe Mixon takes it in, playing on a bad ankle. Now the Texans will kick off. Remigio is back, along with P. Ryan. Wind at the back of Fairbairn, who missed the extra point. It's short. It's taken at the 5. And Remigio will take it on the numbers, the 20. Far sideline 30. Breaks a tackle 35. Flag thrown on the play. 4:30 to play in the third. Most every penalty today has gone against the Houston Texans, and they've come at the worst possible time. They are working on the Kansas City defensive lineman, Chris Jones.
Number 2 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's 1st and 10 for Kansas City. Timeout on the field.
So that goes against the Chiefs. The clock at 4:30. They are working on the calf, which has been a problem for Chris Jones for the Chiefs on their defensive line. It's a 1-point game at Kansas City. Third quarter of play. Chiefs leading at 13-12. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to NFL Flag. In this game, there's a position for everyone. No matter who you are.
Let's go! Show what you got!
Lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field, and start having fun. This is flag football, and this game is our game.
This game! This game! This game!
Visit NFL.com to find a league and get playing today.
1, 2, 3, let's play!
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
Winning!
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Ross Tucker and the legend Kevin Harlan here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Kansas City. Olivia Harlan-Decker is down on the sidelines. Game plan with Grainger to gain a competitive advantage. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by for the supplies and solutions to help keep your business moving forward.
How many 10-minute drives you think the playoffs have ever seen? I mean, ever. 10-minute drive?
How often do you think the Chiefs have been more than doubled up in time of possession?
Oh, my goodness.
In yardage with 20 minutes left in a home playoff game. It's incredible that they have the lead still. Just incredible.
That was, by the way, the 13th 10-minute drive since 2000 in the NFL playoffs. So here come the Chiefs. First possession, second half, 4:30 in the third. Mahomes under center, his own 19. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls, cocks his arm, throws on the run, hits Kelsey 20. Inside the numbers, the 30. Runs to the middle of the field, the 35. Flag thrown on the play. As again, he catches and runs. And let's see what this flag is.
Holding. Offense number 65. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay the down.
That's on Trey Smith, as good as you'll find in the NFL as a guard in this league.
I love Trey Smith. He might be my favorite player in the NFL, favorite offensive lineman. I love how physical he is and throwing down defensive linemen. In this instance, I think that's a bad call. I'm looking at it again.
It is too.
He got taken down by the D tackle, pulled him down by the helmet. That is a bad call.
So now it's 1st and 19, and the ball inside the Kansas City 10. In a one-point game late in this third quarter, here is handoff Pacheco over the left tackle. The 15 runs on the far side of the field and outside the numbers, diving to the 19 of the Chiefs. Picks up 9, and Rossett sets up second down and 10.
And Kevin, there have been a couple of questionable calls go against the Texans. I thought the Will Anderson roughing the passer, the Dalton Schultz offensive pass interference, that's one that went against the Chiefs that was questionable as well.
Night is creeping into Kansas City here in the Midwest. 6 degrees is the wind chill temperature. Second down, 9. Chiefs at their own 20. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Left tackle block. Tons of time. Looking, bouncing up and down to the balls of his feet. Now runs and zigzags out of traffic. Runs up the middle of the 20 between the hash marks to the 22, where he was tackled and trying to find an escape hatch and only found 2 yards. Third down and 7 to go for the Chiefs, approaching 3 to play in the third. 13-12 Kansas City.
Boy, this is a big play, and I think Andy Reid knows it. He's looking at the play sheet right now, picking out his favorite 3rd and 6 to 8 yard play because he knows they got to have it. Cannot put his defense back out on the field after the Texans just had that incredibly long drive.
Pirine the back, 3rd and 6. Mahomes in the gun. The Chiefs 23. Looks at a 4-man front. Here's a 4-man rush in the shotgun snap and a quick throw, and it's caught over the middle by Kelsey on the numbers, the 30. Runs on the numbers to the 35, and he's got the first down. Another big-time play by Kelsey. Gain of 12 on the catch and run. On 3rd and 6, they'll be the Chiefs at their own 35.
You know what I'm doing from now on, Kevin?
What's that?
Every critical 3rd down, right before the snap, I'm going to say to you, I'd look for Kelsey here, Kev, because you're going to be right like 80% of the time. It is uncanny. If you're the Texans, how is that the guy you leave wide open? How is that the guy that's not covered on a critical 3rd down in a playoff game? Have they watched football before?
Good question, because Kelsey now 3 catches and over 80 yards. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He breaks a tackle, runs out of the pocket. He's on the 30. He gets a block at the 35. He's dancing on the field and then trailed hard at the 39. There's a flag, too. To'o is the one to get him. They may call a helmet-to-helmet on a big-time hit on Kelsey, and another flag thrown by the Clay Martin crew here at Arrowhead.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 39, 15-yard penalty.
I strongly dislike that call. I really don't like it. It wasn't even really a slide, Kev. He kind of just dropped. You know, it wasn't like a slide that you see coming. He had 2 Houston defenders coming near him, so he just dropped his rear to the ground right as they were about to hit him. I mean, I don't see how those guys were supposed to pull up in that situation with that late of a butt drop from Mahomes.
8 penalties, 82 yards against the Texans. Now with the penalty at the Houston 46. Shotgun snap, Mahomes throws in a backpedaling catch on a short throw made by Noah Gray. A backpedaling belt-high grab on the 40-yard line of Houston. Right on the numbers. That's a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. And here in Kansas City with exactly a minute to go in the third, it's the Chiefs 13-12 over the Texans. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. 2nd down and 4. Mahomes today, 9 of 15, 132. He's in the gun from the 40 of the Texans. Shotgun snap, left tackle block, pocket crumbling, grabbed, and he throws as he's being torn to the grass. Incomplete. Hunter had a hand on him. Hunter was knocking him off balance. And Mahomes, to save the sack, threw it away. Incomplete.
Hunter and Will Anderson meeting at the quarterback again. Straight bull rush by both of those guys. They needed them to come up and play huge in this game, and they have.
They've been fun to watch. What a defense of Houston. 3rd down and 4. Clock at 39 seconds in the third. Mahomes in the gun from the Texan 40, leading by 1. He's in the shotgun, receivers in tight. He gets the low snap. He drops back. He throws across the middle. It's grabbed between the hash marks on a very shallow cross by Gray. He was pelted hard, shy of the 35, but the yards should get him the 1st down.
Yeah, they moved the ball back when they spotted it a little bit.
Oh, they did. Yeah, you're right.
I think he's a little shy of that 36-yard line. They're calling it a 1st down there, but this might be a replay assist situation.
So the 3 officials are around the ball. And is it 4th down? It is, right? 4th down.
Yeah, they moved it.
Assist. The runner is short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
Alshire is the one that made the tackle. His elbow hit, right?
Yeah, the ball should be at about the 36 and a quarter. I think this is a bad spot. It's at like closer to the 37. It should be closer to the 36 than it is to the 37. They have it closer to the 37. I would expect the Chiefs to go for it here regardless in the 4th quarter.
Chiefs are going to have the wind in the 4th quarter and zeros on the clock. And the Chiefs lead the Texans 13-12 at the end of 3. Let's step aside. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
You okay?
I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Mornings can all start to feel the same. It's wake up, brush your teeth, go to work. Wake up, brush your teeth, go to work every day. So if you're looking for a fresh wake-up call, look no further than Wendy's Breakfast. Try a breakfast Baconator with fresh cracked eggs or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito or maybe even a honey buddy. Doesn't matter what you go for, it's going to change your life. Okay, well, It'll at least freshen up your morning. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Today's broadcast of the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1 is sponsored in part by the official NFL app, by Granger, Indeed.com, Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Progressive Insurance, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood 1. Please gamble responsibly. Good read. Kansas City is 10 of 11 and 4th and 1 this year. The one stop was against the Texans, and here they go as we start the fourth quarter with the wind at their back and leading by 1 with the 4th and 1, Ross, at their own 43. Lining up right now in the pistol, Mahomes. Hunt is back there. Couple tight ends, one of which is in motion. There's the shotgun snap. Hand off to Hunt. Backpedals his way over the right guard on the hash, and he's got the first down. Working his way just inside the 35 of the Texans. Chiefs, 1st and 10.
Boy, was that a good signing by the Chiefs to bring him back.
Right? Wow.
You know, he gives them that power and banger element. You know, the Texans got good push up front and penetration, and that was actually a play where they could easily have called the right guard Trey Smith for a hold. That was more of a hold than the play that they called him for a hold.
First and 10. Chiefs inside the 35 of Houston. Shotgun snap. Handoff Hunt over the right tackle. Bulldozing his way on the hash. Moving a pile. Pushed by his teammates. And down to the 26-yard line of Houston. What a run. He is a sledgehammer. Kareem Hunt with a big-time move. And is he down? Nope, he jumps right back up. Picking up 9. 2nd down and 1.
You know, Kevin, that reminds me, there was a time when I was playing and the umpire called a holding penalty on me. And I said, that is a horrible call. I blatantly held him the 2 previous plays. And now you call that one?
Yeah. And he said?
He was not amused.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't. Maybe another flag. 2nd down and 1. Here's a shotgun snap to Mahomes from the Houston 26. Line drive down the middle. Belt eye catch made by the curling Kelsey. 15 on the hash mark 10. Broken tackle and pounds his way to the 8. Kelsey has done it again, over 100 yards. Receiving tonight, 18-yard pickup there. 1st and goal, Chiefs at the 8 of Houston.
Playoff Kelsey is fully engaged. He's running a route against the nickel corner there, Miles Bryant. You like that if you're the Texans, right? He's a quicker nickel back. You think he has the advantage in coverage against a bigger, slower tight end in Kelsey, but Kelsey's crafty and just spun him around for another big play.
It's 1st and goal. The Chiefs at the 8 of the Houston Texans. Mahomes in the gun. Gets the snap. Drops back 3. Pressured. Grabbed. Sacked. Flag thrown. He goes down at the 12. Illegal motion maybe on the Chiefs even. Let's see what this is. 12:44 remaining in the 4th quarter. We're just underway.
Big little shift on the offense. Number 9 and number 1 were both moving and both did not reset prior to the snap. Penalties decline. 2nd down.
And the Chiefs, with the penalty now, will have it back at the 13 of the Houston Texans and a goal to go.
The road to Super Bowl 59 continues tomorrow with the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax with 2 more games and a lot more action. Don't miss the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
Pacheco the back, good read. 2nd down and goal, 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, sets in the pocket, hit, escapes, runs. He's on the numbers, the 10. Runs laterally on the 10, stiff arms his way. And then he hit the chalk, and it looked like To'o may have gotten a late hit, but there's no yellow on the field. He picked up on the play about maybe a half yard, if that. I mean, let's see where they spot it, because it was all convoluted on the sideline. He's just inside the Houston 12.
Good job by the officials. They didn't fall for it that time. Mahomes slowed down before he went out of bounds and then act like it was a late hit. He has mastered that.
Inside the 12 of Houston, Kansas City 3rd and goal, leading by 1 4th quarter. Mahomes in the gun, receivers in tight. He gets the knee-high shotgun snap, and he's grabbed, and he throws as he's being tackled, and it was caught in the end zone by Kelsey. What a grab by Kelsey. But what a play by Mahomes. 11-yard touchdown pass as he was being dragged from behind and threaded the needle. And there he found the belt buckle of Kelsey, who catches it 5 yards deep in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You have got to be kidding me. You've all that are driving around right now, you've seen Mahomes magic before. That was textbook Mahomes magic. His knee was just about to hit the ground as he let go of the football.
Butker extra point, good for the Chiefs at 11:52 to go. That will go on the highlight reel for Mahomes, literally being dragged down from behind and throws as he is hitting the grass, and he, in the middle of a nest of defenders, completes the touchdown pass to Kelsey. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Every match from the English Premier League is now available on the SiriusXM app.
If you like soccer, you are in the right place.
Every unforgettable moment.
Simply sensational.
Every heartbreaking result.
Just goes from horribly bad to even worse.
Every statement win.
This is the place where dreams come true.
Don't miss a match of the EPL. Listen to the English Premier League on the SiriusXM app. For a complete schedule, go to SiriusXM.com/EPL.
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Right along as SiriusXM NFL Radio hits the road. It all starts at the Senior Bowl, checking out the future stars of the NFL.
That's a great read by Jackson Dart.
Then off to Orlando, Florida for the Pro Bowl games.
Caught! Jamar Chase with a touchdown!
Yeah. And finally, a stop in New Orleans for coverage all week through Super Bowl 59.
We actually did what we said we were going to do, and I couldn't be more happy for my guys.
Nobody covers the National Football League like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The clock's going to run out. The ultimate upset has happened.
The countdown is up.
Yes!
For the craziest.
Oh my goodness.
Surprising.
Banks at home.
Most unpredictable tournament in all of sports.
Long three for the win. Banks at home. Banks at home.
Get ready from the first four to the final four.
And let's go. Let's go!
March Madness lives on SiriusXM.
Ross Tucker and the man, Kevin Harlan, here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Kansas City. Olivia Harlan-Deckers down on the sidelines. Game changers count on Grainger for professional-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by to get what you need.
The Chiefs have gone up 20-12 on the Houston Texans. The 11-yard touchdown pass to Kelsey. When it looked like the quarterback was going to go down and get sacked, he somehow, just before his knee hit the grass, launched the line drive throw. Kelsey was in the middle of the end zone, but he had defenders in back, on the side, in front. The pass threaded through by Mahomes. Another remarkable throw. They're going to bring it out of the end zone on the kickoff. This is Xavier Hutchinson from the 20 to the 25, breaks a tackle at the 30 on the painted numbers for Houston, and he's out to about the 33-yard line, and we'll take a break. 11:43 to go here in the fourth, and Kansas City has taken a 20-12 lead over the Texans. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Mayday. We've been compromised. The pilot's a hitman.
I knew you were going to be fun.
This Friday.
Tell me how to fly this thing.
Mark Wahlberg. You know what the difference between me and you is? You're going to die.
Don't shoot him, we need him!
Y'all need a pilot?
Flight Risk. Rated R.
Sponsored by Lionsgate.
What's up, football fans? BetMGM is giving you the chance to win up to $250,000 in bonus bet credits. It's all part of BetMGM's longest touchdown jackpot, where you could be able to split the grand prize with anyone else who bet on the longest touchdown of the week. Log into your BetMGM account today and opt into the promo. Then place an anytime touchdown wager of $10 $10 or more on the player of your choice, up to one player per game. If your player scores the longest touchdown of the week, you'll win a share of the $250K in credits. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. BetMGM's longest touchdown jackpot subject to rules. See BetMGM.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are unrestricted rewards credits that expire in 7 days in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Time now for our Fact of the Game, sponsored by Liberty Mutual.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Today's fact, Travis Kelce's 9th 100-yard receiving game in the playoffs. That's now the most ever. He and Jerry Rice had been tied with 8. And Kevin, if you're breaking Jerry Rice records, you're doing something.
That is Hall of Fame stuff, right? My goodness. All right, here is a drive of the season coming up for the Houston Texans, who thought they had corralled Mahomes, giving up an 11-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff takes Houston to the 34, trailing 20-12 to Kansas City. 11:43 to go. The crowd is alive with everybody, 75,000 plus, on their feet on a day that is registering about 6 degrees. It's 1st and 10. Stroud, short pass. It was low and caught. It was off to the tight end, who was Irv Smith. And he's out to the 36, to the field live, and Olivia Harlan-Decker.
After that fun Chiefs touchdown, I watched Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce come back and celebrate and talk about it with teammates. No one's having more fun than the two of them. But I've had the chance to cover Travis Kelce now a few years, and there's no doubt something different about his demeanor. He's been stalking the boundary line on the sideline. I'll tell you more after this play.
2nd down, 8, 36 of Houston. Under center, Stroud fakes the handoff, drops back 7, pass on the numbers. It's caught across the way, grabbed by Nico Collins on the 40 of the Chiefs and taken down right there. And he picks up 24, Olivia, and a 1st down for Houston.
Despite the great dance moves in the end zone after Kelce scored that touchdown, he comes back to the sideline and is so sobering and almost reflective. And he's stalking up and down the line, looking at fans in the stands, making eye contact, pointing to the ground, saying, "This is us. This is our house." Something seems very different and more mature in this Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Kelce has caught 5 for 113 and a gigantic touchdown reception moments ago. Stroud just completed a 24-yard pass to Collins. Chiefs 40. Shotgun snap, Stroud. 1st and 10. Getting a block. Throwing a pass. Incomplete. Far sideline looking for Mixon. Pocket was crumbling. It was getting messy. It's 2nd and 10 for the Texans with the clock at 10:13 to play here in the 4th, and they trailed 20-12.
Stroud had completed 9 straight passes before that throw right there. There's somebody on the sideline,
Nico Collins,
over there for the Texans. They can't run a play here with him in the white like that. Maybe they think he's far enough off.
And Nico Collins has been battling some kind of injury all afternoon and being assisted to again. 2nd down 10, 40 of the Chiefs. Stroud in the gun, into the wind. He gets the snap. The blitz is on. He throws, and it's a one-handed attempted catch and incomplete. Outside the numbers at the Chiefs 20 on the near sideline, and going for Jared Wayne. It's 3rd and 10 for Houston.
Chiefs are really starting to get some pressure on C.J. Stroud now. He had to step up and make that throw to Nico Collins with Chris Jones about to rock him. That time it was Nick Bolton who made him throw it a little bit before he wanted to.
Collins is back out there, the celebrated wide receiver for the Texans. Clock at 10:08 in the 4th. Chiefs on top by 8. 3rd down 10. at the Kansas City 40. The Houston quarterback Stroud, shotgun snap, blitzes on, he throws it away. They sent Justin Reed, a former Texan, up the middle, and he went untouched and went right at the quarterback, who instead of taking the sack, threw the ball away. It's 4th and 10.
Decision time here.
It is.
For D'Amico Ryans. 4th and 10 at the 40. Looks like he's going to go for it. I like this decision. I know it's only a one-score game, but the likelihood is you're only going to get 20 yards of field position here if you try to punt it. At a minimum, try to run a hard count here, get a free 5 and or get a free play to take a shot.
Lining up quickly, 4th and 10 with the Texans at the Kansas City 40. The shotgun snap. Here comes a 5-man rush, running for his life, Stroud. Karlaftis has him, and Karlaftis brings him down for the Chiefs. Way back at the Houston Texans 44. What defense by the Chiefs on one of the most important drives of the game. They lose 16, and on downs it goes to Kansas City. And look where they're going to start.
Absolute disaster for the Texans in every way. They were late to get the snap. They had to snap it before they wanted to. The tackles couldn't get off the ball. Stroud cannot take a sack on 4th down.
5 minutes gone in the 4th quarter. 20-12, Chiefs on top. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Running your own business can feel a lot like running a one-person relay race. When you've got to expand your team, share the baton with Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates to your roster. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
The rosters are in for the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon. Be there live to celebrate the NFL's biggest stars as they compete in an action-packed AFC versus NFC showdown, featuring flag football and skills competitions at Camping World Stadium on February 2nd. Don't miss NFL legends, celebrity coaches, and unforgettable fan moments. The Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon, Sunday, February 2nd. Tickets are on sale at probowl.com/tickets. Get yours today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Along with Kevin Harlan and Olivia Harlan-Decker, they're related. I'm Ross Tucker here on Westwood 1. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax.
That's it?
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I needed.
That's all you needed.
Ching.
How about the... Good for you. So the Chiefs come up with a big sack on a 4th and 10 of the Houston quarterback, and they take over at the 44 of the Texans. And a handoff on 1st and 10 to Hunt over the right tackle, and he was stoned after a gain of about a yard to the 43 of Houston. 2nd down, 9 for the Chiefs. 9:45, clock ticking in the 4th. Chiefs lead 20-12.
I don't remember what formula or theory it is, Kevin, but for every something, there's a separate and opposite reaction or something like that. The Texans being slow to make the decision on 4th down caused the late snap, which caused the sack.
2nd down, 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. 43-yard line of Houston. Short pass to Worthy, thrown laterally on a little screen. And he was looking for a block. It never materialized, and he has no gain on the play. And now it'll be 3rd down and 9 after they get nothing on that 2nd down and 9.
The positive, though, is that the Chiefs have kept the clock running on both those first 2 plays. They should not snap the ball on any of these snaps until the play clock is under 5. You're up by a score late in the fourth quarter, 9 minutes left. You want to keep that clock moving.
43 of Houston, Kansas City leading by 8, 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, being pressured. Got a block, being hit as he throws, incomplete, short pass, far sideline, 35 of Houston. So Mario Edwards pressured the pocket, scrambling and running for his wife Mahomes. It's 4th down. The Chiefs punting unit is on the field, and that was a good defensive series for Houston.
Absolutely. I mean, think about that. The Chiefs took over in Texans territory. Any score, really any yardage by the Chiefs since they have the wind is probably a Butker field goal and probably makes it a 2-score game. The Texans had to have it on that drive defensively, and they got it.
Ariza to punt for the Chiefs from right to left. He gets the belt-high long snap. His left-footed punt is sent down the middle. Woods is under it looking into the dark sky and in the lights of Arrowhead. Fair caught at about the 10. On a 36-yard punt. Let's see where they're going to mark this ball. With the Chiefs on top, 20-12, 8.5 to go. We're in the 4th, and you're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
You can stream the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1 for free. Sponsored by Pfizer. Hey, football fans, ready for RSV season?
No.
Check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
I don't know why I didn't get that vaccine. My wife said you better get your RSV back. I did not do it. I should have listened to that read. Maybe after this game I'm going to go find one.
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm sorry.
If you already have had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you now are building the antibodies now for it.
All
but
right.
everybody else listening should.
Yes, exactly. The Chiefs just punted. The Texans take over, down by 8.5 to go at their own 7. Under center Stroud, the snap, the spin, the handoff, and it goes to Mixon, who plows his way by the 10, out to the Texans 11. Ross a gain of 4. Second down 6. It is the drive of the season for the division champion Texans right now.
Yeah, even you just saying that gives me chills. I'm just picturing what Stroud said in the huddle to those guys before this drive started. They know what's on the line.
Mixon the back. Quarterback Stroud is under center from his 11. Second down 6. Down by 8. The snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the near side, being chased, throws a short pass, and it's incomplete on the sideline, looking for Collins, heavily covered by McDuffie. That is elite receiver against elite quarterback It's a short incompletion, and now it is 3rd and 6 for Houston.
And elite cornerback one, McDuffie is so good. He was all over him. They actually could have called interference there with his offhand. This is a gigantic play. Look for pressure from the... I'd be stunned, Kevin, if the Chiefs didn't blitz here, given the success they had blitzing on that last series.
And Stroud knows it as he backpedals in the shotgun at his own 11. 3rd down and 6. You can see his breath as he calls the cadence. Shotgun snap, 5-man rush, pump fakes, gets out of harm's way, throws, and it was broken up and incomplete on the far sideline on a pass that would have been good for the 1st down to the 25-yard line. It is incomplete. 2 Chiefs are down. There was a heavy collision. It's incomplete on the far sideline in front of the Houston bench. A Chiefs player is down right now. There were 2, now there's 1. Is that Justin Reed?
Justin Reed and Jalen Watson nailed each other. I mean, they say it's friendly fire. That was unfriendly fire.
Wow.
Because those guys both were trying to make a play on the football, and they went right into each other hard. And Reed took the worst of it because Watson hit him hard right in the head and neck area.
Reed is down. Injury for the Chiefs. Clock at 7:42. Chiefs lead at 20-12 over Houston. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATM.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
The down Texan, Justin Reed, or the down Chief, former Texan, Justin Reed, walks off under his own power. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Tommy Townsend is going to punt 5 yards deep in the end zone to our left for the white-clad Houston Texans. The wind will be in his face, and it is 20 miles an hour and higher with a temperature, with the wind chill of 5 degrees in Kansas City. And he gets the long snap in the punt. Remigio is back and lets it bounce in front of him and out of bounds in Houston territory. It was not a good punt. It was grabbed by the wind, and I think it's going to be at about the 40, let's see where they're going to mark this ball, in Texan territory, 45-yard line of Houston. That's only a 34-yard punt, but that wind is stiff.
Really, really poor punt. And it's interesting because Townsend, when he's been punting this direction, he knows what you know, Kev, about the wind here. He's been trying to punt line drives in this direction so that it doesn't get up in the air as much.
So here is Mahomes, 13-21, 164, a Kelsey touchdown pass. And they get it after the Houston punt. At the Houston 45, shotgun snap to Mahomes, 4-man rush, quick throw, belt-high catch, Kelsey on the hash mark at the 40. And he gains on the play 4, 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs, who lead it 20-12, and the clock ticking at 7:18 to play in the fourth quarter.
So it's interesting because obviously the Chiefs are trying to shorten the game as much as they can and run clock, but rather than come out and run it on that first down, they went empty set, threw a short pass to Kelsey. You wonder if Andy Reid trusts that connection more than trying to run the rock.
41-yard line of Houston, 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs. Shotgun snap, handoff on over the right tackle, the 40, the 35 on the painted numbers and down to the 30-yard line of Houston. Big time run, picks up 11, first down for the Chiefs. And each team with 3 timeouts, and the clock ticking at 6:40 with the Chiefs leading by 8 here in the fourth.
Man, that is such a cool play with the eye candy. They had Xavier Worthy going in jet motion, which is in front of the quarterback to the right. The fullback tight end came back to the left, and then Hunt cut it all the way back. The Texans' heads were spinning.
Pistol formation, 1st and 10 Chiefs, Texans 30-yard line. It's a shotgun snap to Mahomes, a handoff to Hunt, makes a tackle over the left tackle, the 30, the 25 on the painted numbers, the 20, and he crawls his way to the 18-yard line of Houston. 2 gigantic runs, that for 12. Once before for 11, another first down for the Chiefs, leading by 8, 6 to play in the fourth.
What a combo block by Travis Kelsey. He popped the hip of Will Anderson so that Joe Tooney could hook Anderson. They won the C gap. That's a gap between the tackle and the tight end. For the Chiefs now, the most important thing is getting any score and running clock.
18-yard line of Houston, another first down for the Chiefs. In the shotgun, Mahomes, 1st and 10. There's the snap, the fake handoff, short throw dropped by Worthy, and then jumping on it was To'o of Houston, but they rule it incomplete on a short lateral throw, belt high, drop, 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. Clock at 5:32 in the fourth.
Big miss. That is not what you want to voluntarily stop the clock like the Chiefs did right there. They thought it was an easy pass, but you want to keep that clock moving. They're up by 8. So really, obviously, they want a touchdown, but field goal or touchdown, any score is fine to go up 2 scores.
18-yard line of Houston. Kansas City moving right to left in the red jerseys and white pants. 2nd down and 10. Mahomes in the gun. The snap, the drop back at 3. The pressure, the throw to the near sideline, caught by Kelsey at the line of scrimmage, and then he was double teamed and taken down on the near sideline with no gain on the play. Timeout taken, Houston. Clock at 5:23.
Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Kansas City. Probably should have said my name first. Olivia Harlan-Decker is down the sidelines. Draw up a winning play with Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger will help your business cross the goal line. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Interesting there, Kev. That's about as early as you'll see a defensive coach, head coach call a timeout. 5:25. Still a lot of time left in the game, but D'Amico Ryan did not want that clock to keep spinning because he knows there's a very good chance he's going to be down 2 scores. If you're Mahomes here, you must reserve the right to kick a field goal.
Here we go, 3rd down and 10 to go for the Chiefs just inside the 18 of Houston. P. Ryan the back, receivers in tight, shot, they're bringing 8. Here's the line drive throw, leaping, backpedaling, two-handed, helmet high catch on the sideline at the 7-yard line, made by Worthy. They'll mark him at the 8. Now inside the 9. He's short of the first down by a yard or a half yard. So now it'll be 4th and about 1 for the Chiefs. They're going to go for 3. And the clock is ticking at 5 minutes in the fourth.
You got to kick it. This is the right decision. That was actually a dangerous throw. They're lucky that he caught it to keep the clock moving, but you absolutely have to go up 2 scores. No brainer for Andy Reid.
Winded is back. It'll be a 27-yard field goal attempt by Butker. Winded is back. High snap, put down, kick is up, and it is perfect. And the Chiefs lead it 23-12. A lead of 11 with 4:38 to go in this fourth quarter. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. So 4:38 to go. The Chiefs lead 23-12 over Houston. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Paramount Plus is your streaming home for the NFL playoffs on CBS. This weekend in the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax, Josh Allen and the Bills host Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for a spot in the AFC Championship. Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, streaming live on Paramount Plus.
The copyright of tonight's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited.
Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold.
Well, if you're the Texans, what are you thinking right now? 4:36 to go, 4:38 to go here in the fourth quarter, and you trail 23-12.
No, they're going to have to hustle now. Yep. Down 2 scores. You already used 1 timeout on defense there. So now they're going to have to get chunk plays, explosive plays. And now that we're under 5 minutes, they need to try to get out of bounds when they can.
So the Chiefs will kick off, and again, they've had the wind at their back this entire fourth quarter on a night where Travis Kelce has had a spectacular continuation of his Hall of Fame career with another outstanding playoff performance with the kick out of the end zone, and they'll put it at the 30 with the touchback. Our score here at Arrowhead, Chiefs 23-12, 4:38 to go in the fourth, and you're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. At the 30, Texans 1st and 10.
Wouldn't be surprised at all, Kev, if the Texans are able to get one more score up on the board. The Chiefs will probably yield yardage slowly. What they really should do as much as possible is play outside leverage, not let the Texans get out of bounds on any outbreaking routes.
It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Heavily pressured, grabbed, and sacked. Loss of 5 between the hash marks at the Texan 25. 2nd down and 15. Another sack for the Chiefs. Not a lot of breathing space for the Houston quarterback.
Man, I'm so frustrated. They had Dalton Schultz stay in to chip help for Blake Fisher, and he still got beat. Can't happen.
Karlaftis got him that time. 2nd down, 16 at the Houston 24. It's a pass to Schultz on the numbers at the 30. Brought down there by Nick Bolton. He picks up 6, making it 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the Texan 30. And with 2 timeouts, they are not huddling up. They're assembling at the line, and somebody jumped for the Chiefs, and flags are thrown.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 51. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Mike Dana on that line jumped. So the Texans tonight have missed an extra point and a field goal. If you put those 4 points on that 12, it is a much closer game.
There's also been several questionable calls, and really both sides. More have gone against the Houston Texans. This is clearly 4-down territory, obviously. 2 downs to get these 5 yards.
3:48 to go, 3rd and 5. Stroud in the gun, his Texan 35. Arms outstretched, shotgun snap, 5-man rush, line drive throw, caught in stride 45. Up the middle goes Hutchinson to the 50, crossing the logo, and he's down to the Kansas City 48. 18-yard pickup. That play has worked all night long.
It has. It's the slot receiver running a skinny post.
Lining up again with no huddle. 1st and 10. Chiefs 48. Shotgun to Stroud. The pressure. He's grabbed. He dumps it off to a Goodwill ball, and he takes it by the 50 on the logo. He got back almost to the original line of scrimmage. He did. The 48 of Kansas City. No gain. It is 2nd down and 10.
Another missed blitz pickup there by the Texans. It just happens way too often for a professional football team.
2nd down 10. Chiefs 48. And back to pass after the shotgun snap. It goes to the quarterback, Stroud, who tries to run up the middle and tackled from behind. And grabbed right there by Connor. And thrown for a 1-yard loss back to the Kansas City 49.
Don't love the awareness there from Stroud. You know, if you're only going to be able to run for a yard or two, throw it away. You're better with an incompletion. The clock's spinning.
6 sacks by the Chiefs. The Texan quarterback, 3rd and 11, 49 of the Chiefs. And Stroud gets the shotgun snap and throws a wobbly pass to the near side, over the shoulder catch. Schultz at the 30-yard line. He crapped it right in front of the Chiefs bench below us. 31 at Kansas City. What a catch and what a throw. 18-yard pickup.
Unbelievable. The best throw and catch of the day. He was double covered, and Stroud put it right on him. There might be some debate whether or not that's a catch. Andy Reid's throwing the challenge flag. I like the decision.
He was still trying to get the ball. It had fallen from his shoulders down to his waist as he was trying to harness it, and he was double teamed.
Kansas City is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
This Close Shave Instant Replay Review sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Barbasol delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol.
It's all going to come down to when they believe he had possession. Do they think he had it when the left foot was still on the ground? Because clearly he had it when the right foot was on the ground, but then the left foot came out of bounds. So it's whenever they believe he had possession and whether or not it was when the left foot was on the ground. I got to tell you, Kev, I think they're going to overturn it.
Do you?
I don't think he had possession when the left foot was on the ground. It is close. Ooh, that is close. The ruling on the field matters a great deal in this. They might say it's not enough to overturn, but I can tell you this much. If they had ruled it incomplete, they sure as heck wouldn't overturn that either.
So they are looking at the replay. Clay Martin is talking with New York.
The ruling on the field does stand as called. There was a catch.
Wow.
This is an unsuccessful challenge.
Because that ball was clearly moving, Ross. The ball was moving.
It's the right decision by Andy Reid to challenge that. It could have gone either way, but they're sticking with the ruling on the field. Like I said, I think if they had ruled it incomplete on the field, I think they would have kept that call too.
So the Texans are down by 2 scores. They trail by 11. They missed a field goal and an extra point. Otherwise, this drive would feel a lot different. They've got the ball, 1st and 10 after 2 18-yard receptions. 31 of the Chiefs, shotgun snap, 1st and 10. Stroud escapes trouble. Runs to the far side, throws down the far sideline, and it was caught by Collins. Caught by Collins on the far sideline with a myriad of Chiefs defenders around him at the 14 of the Chiefs and a pickup of 18. What a catch.
What a catch again. Back-to-back terrific catches, and he got out of bounds.
Shotgun snap, 13 of the Chiefs. Here's a quick throw. Grabbed on a slant at the 10, running down to the 5. Hutchinson caught the ball on the painted numbers, cut in toward the hash mark, got to the 5. Gain is 7. 2nd down and 3. Outside the 5 of the Chiefs, Stroud, shotgun snap, 2nd down. He's being pressured, he's hit and sacked again for the 7th time tonight. And Udike Azuma gets him right there, which takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:57 to go. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Texans on the move, trailing 23-12. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Mornings can all start to feel the same. It's wake up, brush your teeth, go to work. Wake up, brush your teeth, go to work every day. So if you're looking for a fresh wake-up call, look no further than Wendy's Breakfast. Try a breakfast Baconator with fresh cracked eggs, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or maybe even a honey buddy. Doesn't matter what you go for, it's going to change your life. Okay, well, it'll at least freshen up your morning. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Back at Arrowhead, the unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. We have a 5-degree temperature with the wind chill. Into the wind going the Houston Texans, who are down 23-12, Ross, with 1:57 to go.
It's interesting because they were fully intent on getting a playoff before the 2-minute warning, and I understand why they wanted to do that. But again, it was the second time where it didn't feel like they really were settled. You know, it's almost like they were hurried, and both times when they did that, the 4th and 10, and that time they got sacked.
The wind is blowing so hard here, you can see the pants of our officials fluttering in the breeze. But that wind is right in the face of the Texans. Now at the Chiefs 13. 3rd down and 10. Stroud today 19-28, 245. Sacked 7 times. Ogunbowale is the back. Chiefs 13, 3rd and 10, shotgun formation. He gets the snap. They rush 5. He moves up, grabbed and sacked for an 8th time. Karlaftis gets him again. Back at the 17.
We didn't say Karlaftis' name one time until this drive, and now he's got multiple sacks on this drive, 3 altogether.
And C.J. Stroud is hobbling noticeably. They're going to go for 3, and then probably the onside kick. But they are helping Stroud, who is walking off the field under his own power, but limping noticeably from way up here. And now he's got his arms draped around 2 athletic trainers. He can barely walk.
And they had a tight end and a running back trying to block a very good defensive end in George Karlaftis. I hate it.
Here comes Fairbairn trying a 35-yard Houston field goal with 1:52 to go to cut into that Chiefs lead. Into the wind. Snap is good. Ball down. Kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. It goes to the sideline, where it's picked up by Hicks, and he runs out of bounds. The Chiefs have done it again. Reed blocked the kick. The Chiefs have done it again.
You've got to be kidding me, Kevin. I mean, special teams have killed the Texans in this game. Trying to see who got it.
It was Reed.
Reed got a great jump off the edge, but it's either Reed or Chanel who got the one against the Broncos. I'm looking at the hands there. Yeah, it was Chanel.
Oh, it was Chanel. You're
think
right.
Reed got a fingertip, and then Chanel got it again, just like he did against the Broncos to win that game. Texans special teams have been anything but today.
Dave Taub, who's the special teams coordinator for the Chiefs, one of the best in the business, comes up with their 2nd block kick of this season when it's mattered the most. So now the Chiefs will take over. Houston's got one timeout, 1:46 to go. With Mahomes in the gun, the 23 of the Chiefs, the shotgun snap, the handoff to Hunt, who goes over the right guard, and right up the middle to the 27 on a gain of 4. Timeout, the final one taken by the Texans.
The road to Super Bowl 59 continues tomorrow with the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax with 2 more games and a lot more action. Don't miss the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
So Fairbairn, the kicker for the Texans, has missed an extra point. He's missed a field goal, and he had a field goal blocked. It has not been his best day.
And remember, the game started with them allowing a 70-yard kickoff return.
Yes.
I mean, just to beat the Chiefs, you can't beat yourself, and you can't lose special teams. You got to win that phase of the game. The Texans, no matter how valiantly they played on offense and defense, the unforced errors and the penalties and special teams just kill them.
The Chiefs go in the victory formation on that 2nd down and 6. Mahomes got the snap, went to a knee. The crowd can feel it. The clock is ticking down at 1:23. And the Chiefs are going to the AFC Championship game again. Lining up, haven't played in 23 days, most of these veterans coming out. Travis Kelce had the game of his life. 8 sacks for the Chiefs defense. Karlaftis authored most of them. And again under center is Mahomes, who gets the snap. He backpedals, now goes to a knee. The clock is ticking. One more play, and that'll do it. The Chiefs with the most sacks in a postseason game going back to 1994 against the Houston Oilers when Joe Montana was the Chiefs quarterback and Marcus Allen was a Kansas City running back. They had 9 against the Oilers in 94. They have 8 today, 4 on that last drive.
Kudos to Andy Reid for win number 300.
Yes.
Joining George Halas, Bill Belichick, and Don Shula. He just used his timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. I think they're going to punt it away here with 15 seconds left to go.
So the Chiefs will host the winner of the Ravens and the Bills next week here in Arrowhead Stadium. And whoever they play, either one, it will be a war.
Yeah, it will.
It will be.
Although that team's going to have to get to a war tomorrow.
Boy, that's
going to be. That's going to take a lot out of whoever wins that game tomorrow. Game of the weekend in my mind.
Mahomes only had 16 completions tonight on 25 throws. That matches a season low. To punt is Ariza. Ariza is back inside the 5. Fourth and 15. Ariza gets the ball, runs into the end zone, and runs in the back of the end zone and out of bounds. With 9 seconds to go, it is a safety. And now the score is 23-14. Do you like that, Cole?
Well, here's why you do it, right? Number 1, they took 6 seconds off the clock. Number 2, it's still a 2-score game. So the safety gives the Texans 2 points, but it's still a 9-point game, and now it allows the Chiefs to have a free kick, whereas if they tried to punt it, there was some chance of a blocked punt for a touchdown, then an onside kick, then a Hail Mary. This eliminates any of that. Now they can just have a free kick.
So the score, and if you're watching at home, they've got the wrong score up there. It is 23-14, and they're going to put 2 more seconds on the clock, so they have 11 seconds. 11 seconds to go in regulation with a 23-14 Chiefs advantage.
Kevin, this game reminded me a lot of pretty much every other Chiefs game ever. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know, the score, the fact that they didn't play great a lot of the game, but they made the critical plays. They didn't make the critical mistakes. They got A couple nice breaks. They made the plays on special teams, blocked the kick. This has been Chiefs football in 2024.
Karlaftis had 3 sacks. Kelsey caught 7 for 117. And the kickoff will come from the 20 for Harrison Butker with the wind at his back. And he will boot it. And it will land at about the 12, roll to the 10. It'll get picked up right there by Pierce, who runs to the 20, up the middle, and the clock is down to 7 seconds. And Stroud will hobble back out onto the field for the Texans, down by 9 with 7 seconds to go. So the Chiefs will get to the AFC Championship game again. Last year, they had to go through Buffalo, win there, and through Baltimore and win there to make the Super Bowl. And Stroud will go to a knee, and that is it. And the Chiefs, with the countdown on, zeros on the clock, and the Chiefs will advance to their 7th consecutive AFC Championship game as they beat the Houston Texans 23-14.
Really incredible, Kevin. I mean, they had 230 yards today. Their fewest in any game this year in which the starters played, and yet they won by 2 scores. They just know how to win and make the winning plays when necessary, and maybe more importantly, they don't make the critical errors that it seems like their opponents make against them over and over again.
Well, that's what a champion does, right? I mean, they've had the target on their back all season long, but they come up big today when it mattered the most, and this was a very close game. One time it was 13-12, with Mixon getting a 13-yard touchdown run, and then the extra point was missed, so we were 1 point away from tying this game early in the second half. But then the Chiefs got a 12-yard, making an 11-yard touchdown pass to Kelsey. They got a 27-yard field goal, and they blocked a field goal attempt by the Texans on a tough day for Fairbairn, the kicker for Houston. And the Chiefs win it 23-14. The quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, was 16-25, 177 yards. And now, let's take you live to the field with Olivia Harlan-Decker.
Thank you. I'm with running back Kareem Hunt. Kareem, you got here in September. You didn't go through the start of the season with these guys, and yet you find yourself here. Was this on that vision board when you joined the Chiefs?
Oh, most definitely. You know, when I signed back here, I knew we were going to be contenders. And I just kept a clear mind and just trained every day just hoping to get a chance. I didn't have a training camp. I didn't have OTAs, none of that. I just, worked my butt off with my track coach, Matt Luck.
With your track coach, I love that. Well, you have a way of finding the end zone in every postseason game. Did you know that 5 postseason games you scored in every one? What little magic do you bring to the playoffs?
I just got to thank the man above, man. Honestly, I just work hard every day, and if I get the opportunity to get around the end zone, I'm going to make sure I finish it. So I'm grateful for being healthy and being able to find that end zone.
Obviously, this is your second run with the Chiefs, but last time Patrick Mahomes wasn't here. What's it like being with playoff Pat?
It was great. Patrick Mahomes was here, but Alex Smith was here too. So, it's great to, see him in his element, man. He's a winner. He's a heck of a player. That touchdown pass, honestly, I don't think any other quarterback could have made that pass falling down like that.
You guys faced a lot of adversity this season on offense, especially with the injuries and even 4 starting left tackles, and there was just a lot to contend with. How have you made it this far, and how are you even healthier and better than ever right now?
Honestly, I say the culture, man. We find a way to win, and no matter what, it's next man up. Everybody has to do their job, and, we got guys in the building who can do that.
Good luck next week. 7th straight AFC Championship for this Chiefs team. First one for you back here. That's pretty cool.
That's amazing, man. I'm so happy.
Thank you, Kareem.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much. The Chiefs come up a winner in the divisional round against the AFC South division champion Houston Texans. 23-14 is the final. Mahomes today, with the win, ties the legendary Joe Montana for second place with the most playoff wins. This will be number 16 for Patrick Mahomes. And Olivia was right. It was Alex Smith who was here when Hunt was here before, making the playoffs. Now it's Mahomes. And Mahomes has had this incredible run. 16 playoff wins, ties Montana. Tom Brady, by the way, number 1 at 35. And again, Mahomes, Ross Tucker did not throw an interception.
And that's the key. He came into today doing a terrific job in that regard. He hadn't thrown an interception in a long time. 237 attempts coming into today, and then he threw it again 25 more times today. He's well over 250 passes in a row without an interception.
Actually, the number 262, and that is a Kansas grad correcting an Ivy League grad. I
said well over 250.
Well, okay. Again, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why?
Let me bask in just a little bit of.
You know, in fairness to you, I saw that it was 25, and I saw it was 237. I couldn't do the math that quick, so I just went with the vaunted well over 250.
Yeah. Well. It should be noted that Kansas is an Ivy League school in the Midwest. All right. Final again. Chiefs 23-14. Over the Texans. We'll continue with more of our post-game show from Arrowhead. After this, you're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
It's playoff time. It is now or never. Do not miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is so simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now accepts major credit cards for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code PRIMETIME and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That is code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks. To get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5, you don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
What's better than 1 win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get 1 line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
We're back at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where the Chiefs have just beaten the Houston Texans 23-14. With a reminder, part 2 of our NFL Divisional Playoff doubleheader on Westwood 1 coming your way with the Washington Commanders in Detroit to take on the Lions. Right here on most of these same Westwood 1 stations. You can also listen on the NFL app. You can listen on Alexa-enabled devices or online at our website, westwood1sports.com. Final 23-14 Chiefs. Let's now take a look at the final stats, sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. Now Taxes is getting a TurboTax live expert to do your taxes for you. Now this is Taxes. Mahomes 16-25, 177. Had an 11-yard touchdown pass that went off to Kelce. 16th playoff win for Mahomes. Tied for Montana's number 2 all-time record of 16. Brady number 1 at 35. And Mahomes and Reed in home playoff games. Ross 11-2. I mean, this combination is legendary, and there's no end in sight the way they go.
It's a terrific point. They're not slowing down. You look at the numbers for all these guys in the playoffs, in particular Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce, and it almost doesn't seem real. I mean, they are doing things that we have rarely seen before. I mean, Mahomes is passing Joe Montana in stats. He's on his way towards Tom Brady. Travis Kelce, of course, has already passed Jerry Rice in playoff receptions. Now he's on his way in terms of yards and touch. I mean, Jerry Rice, Kev, he played 20 years.
Jerry Rice
was my whole childhood. I mean, Jerry Rice, and Travis Kelce's out here breaking some of his records. It's incredibly impressive.
Am I right? Rice played till he was 42 and finished up with Seattle. Does that sound right to you?
Yes.
I need to look it up, but I just, off the top of my head, that's what's coming to mind.
And I believe, Kev, Jerry Rice played in that 84 Super Bowl. I think that was his first year. Maybe it was 85. When I was like 6 years old, when I was a rookie, he was still in the league. He was still playing. 85 was his first year, so he missed the 84 Super Bowl. And then 2001, 2002. To think about the amount and volume of playoff games he played in, and for Travis Kelce to have more receptions than him, it's just super impressive.
Unbelievable. Kelce tonight, 7 catches, 117 yards. He had a catch and run of 49 that was just incredible, with a couple of broken tackles along the way. He's made his money by finding a pocket, getting open, and then yards after catch. Worthy at 5 for 45. Hunt on the ground, 8 carries for 44. Mahomes had a run of 15 in this contest. And Stroud did not play badly at all tonight. He had a read of 19 to 28 for 245, no touchdowns or no picks. Mixon had a touchdown run of 13, 18 carries and 88 yards. Collins 5 for 81 in terms of receptions. It's hard not to think what Houston would be like if they had their full allotment of receivers. The Chiefs are healthy. They were injured early. Now they've got everybody back. The Texans lost Diggs and they lost Tank Dell. If you had those two guys on this field, not that we're saying anything about the outcome, but Houston would have looked a lot different.
Yeah, and I think right now Houston's probably kicking themselves in the locker room. I mean, they had so many opportunities in this game. You know, it felt like they outplayed the Chiefs for a large portion of this game, but the mistakes, the penalties, the self-inflicted sacks, the things that you just can't do, having tight ends, blocking defensive ends multiple times in this game, which is never going to happen. There's just a lot of things that the Texans are going to have a tough time watching when they look back on this game.
By the way, the only teams to win 8 consecutive playoff games, the Chiefs have won 8 straight. The Packers from 61 to 68 won 9. And, of course, the New England Patriots between 2002 and 06 won 10 straight. And Ross mentioned this earlier, and it is worth repeating. Win number 300, regular season and postseason combined, for Andy Reid. 300 wins, and he's got names like Shula and Belichick ahead of him. George Halas, one of the founders of the NFL. I mean, just truly amazing where Andy Reid is.
And honestly, Kevin, this is not me being a prisoner of the moment. I really do believe we need to start to have the conversation, especially if they win another one and win 3 in a row, about Andy Reid as the best coach ever. You think about all the guys he won with in Philadelphia. Didn't win a Super Bowl, but got to a lot of championship games, got to a Super Bowl. You know, even backups coming in that are all then end up getting paid elsewhere. A.J. Feely and Kevin Cobb. Then he comes here, has success with Alex Smith, and obviously what he's done with Mahomes is just insane.
Okay, quickly, a preview of tomorrow night's game, because that winner between the Ravens and the Bills will come to Arrowhead next Sunday.
Gonna be
for the AFC Championship game.
Absolute battle. You know, I thought coming into the postseason there was probably 5 teams I thought had a pretty good chance to go to the Super Bowl and win it. The only 2 playing against each other this weekend are the Ravens and the Bills. I think the Ravens are a little bit more talented, a little bit better than the Bills, but the Bills are playing at home, and we've seen Josh Allen put that Superman cape on time and time again. We'll see if he can do it again tomorrow night at 6:30 Eastern.
Ross, I say this every time we work together, and we've worked a lot, but I enjoy it thoroughly. You're such a pro. I listen to your podcasts. I watch you on with Dan Patrick. Everything you tackle in the NFL is informative and well thought out and researched, and you bring that to this broadcast on Westwood One every single time, and a real honor to work with you.
Well, just to hear you say that gives me chills. I have such adoration for your passion and your energy. I love watching or listening to you call anything. The only issue for me when I'm doing a game with you is sometimes I'm just listening to you and I forget I need to talk because it's my turn.
You had to tonight. I appreciate the help as we're a little under the weather. We thank you for that. Now let's take you back to our headquarters and go to our host, the voice of the NFL, Scott Graham, in our Westwood One studios. Scott?
I thank you very much, guys. Feel better, Kev. End of a very, very intriguing game that was played here between these two teams. Kansas City Chiefs, as they pointed out late in this one, fully healthy. Houston Texans not. The Chiefs, a team that goes into ball games and figures out a way to win them, even if they don't dominate. Well, they took that to a completely different level in this one today. Playing at home, this one started out with a Nico Remigio kick return on the opening kickoff of 63 yards. It got him into Houston territory, but he fumbled the ball. Samaje Perine recovered that fumble, though, and Kansas City, holding on to the possession, could only move it 1 yard. They got a Harrison Butker field goal, and just over a minute into the game, Kansas City had a 3-0 lead. Houston countered with a Kaimi Fairbairn 30-yard field goal at the end of a good drive to tie the game at 3, but Butker tied the score with a 36-yarder late in the first to make it a 6-3 Kansas City lead. Flash forward now to the second quarter. You remember the glory days of when things were going right for the Kansas City Chiefs, especially in the postseason. And that was when people were turning around and saying to one another, how could Travis Kelce be so wide open? Well, in a 6-3 ball game, it happened once again, and it yielded big dividends.
So from the 45 of the Chiefs, 2nd and 10 for Kansas City, leading by 3. It's a shotgun snap and a 5-man rush, and Mahomes throws down the middle, caught by Kelce, 40. Between the hash marks, he breaks a tackle, 35. Breaks another tackle, 30. He's on the near side, 15. Stiff arms his way to the 10. Comes down the near side to the 5. Tackle there. 49-yard catch and run by Travis Kelce up the middle, where he finds room, and a 1st and goal for the Chiefs.
I thought they said he couldn't run after he caught the ball anymore.
Well, apparently he can, Ross, because that was the longest catch and run that he had this season and the longest in the postseason in his career. And it set up Kansas City to do what they do best, which is cash in on great field position.
Hunt is the back. Mahomes in the gun. Inside the 1. 3rd and goal. Arms extended. Mahomes moves his receiver. It's a shotgun snap. It's a handoff to Hunt. Got a block from Kelce. Touchdown with the Chiefs scoring right there on a 1-yard touchdown run by Kareem Hunt. And the Chiefs extend their lead with 4.5 to go, 12-3 over Houston.
13-3 after the extra point. As it turned out, though, that was the last time the Chiefs were going to have the ball in their possession for a really, really long time. Kaimi Fairbairn hit on a 48-yard field goal before halftime to make it a 13-6 game at the break. And then the Texans took the opening possession of the second half and put together what could only be called an epic drive. That's what they call it when it's 15 plays. That's what they call it when it's almost 10 and a half minutes long. Once again, even with a couple of those telltale penalties that bothered them all game long, they fought through. They got big first downs, and then ultimately, as the third quarter was already starting to wind down, they found pay dirt.
With the Texans down by 7, they've had it the entire third quarter, 4.5 to go. 13 of the Chiefs, I formation, 1st and 10. Hand off Mixon, goes by the 10, got a block at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Mixon with a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point from tying the game. What a drive. What a drive to begin the second half in Kansas City for the Houston Texans.
But that extra point from Kaimi Fairbairn missed wide to the right. So it was still a one-point game with Kansas City on top. Well, the Chiefs got the ball and tried the best they could to answer that drive from a drive beginning in the third quarter and spanning over into the fourth quarter. It took them 13 plays to march 81 yards. And, by the way, this drive took more than 7.5 minutes. From the 11-yard line, it was time for our Wrangler highlight of the game.
Inside the 12 of Houston, Kansas City 3rd and goal, leading by 1 fourth quarter. Mahomes in the gun, receivers in tight. He gets the knee-high shotgun snap, and he's grabbed, and he throws as he's being tackled, and it was caught in the end zone by Kelsey. What a grab by Kelsey, but what a play by Mahomes. 11-yard touchdown pass as he was being dragged from behind and threaded the needle, and there he found the belt buckle of Kelsey, who catches it 5 yards deep in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That is the highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. Here's to early risers, the go-getters. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. Wrangler for the ride of life. If you are of a certain age and you can't quite picture what we were just listening to, go back in your head to the Sea of Hands play. Kenny Stabler getting taken down from behind by Vern Den Herder, falling forward. His was more of a floating throw that Clarence Davis wrestled away from the Dolphins in the back of the end zone, but this one was a laser right to Travis Kelce, an incredible play by Patrick Mahomes, and with the extra point, it was still a one-score game, but an 8-point lead for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs' defense had to stand up. Houston had been moving the ball regularly and did early in the fourth quarter, but they were faced with a fourth down. What turned out to be Kansas City's secret weapon all day kept the Texans away from the end zone on this drive.
Lining up quickly, 4th and 10, with the Texans at the Kansas City 40, the shotgun snap. Here comes a 5-man rush, running for his life, Stroud. Karlaftis has him, and Karlaftis brings him down for the Chiefs. Way back at the Houston Texans 44. What defense by the Chiefs on one of the most important drives of the game. They lose 16, and on downs it goes to Kansas City, and look where they're going to start.
As it turned out, that drive didn't go anywhere, but the next time the Chiefs had the ball, they got in range for Harrison Butker's 27-yard field goal that made it a 23-12 game. Not much time left now for the Texans to get something done, which is 4:38 left to go. But again, they made a couple of very big plays, a couple of very big catches. Dalton Schultz, one on the right sideline, Nico Collins, another on the left sideline. As time wound down on them, they had to figure out a way to score twice. And so they elected to go for field goal first, followed by the onside kick. But first, you got to hit the field goal.
Here comes Fairbairn trying a 35-yard Houston field goal with 1:52 to go to cut into that Chiefs lead. Into the wind. Snap is good. Ball down. Kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. It goes to the sideline where it's picked up by Hicks and he runs out of bounds. The Chiefs have done it again. Reed blocked the kick. The Chiefs have done it again.
The Chiefs have done it again is becoming a refrain we're getting used to around the National Football League, including win again at home. Ultimately, they stepped out of the end zone on a punt late to give us our final score. 23-14 the final in this game. Kansas City survives and advances again. And amazingly enough, they are going to be playing in a 7th straight AFC Championship game. That will be next Sunday at Arrowhead Stadium against the winner of the Baltimore Ravens-Buffalo Bills game that we've got for you here on Westwood 1 tomorrow evening. Now, what's still coming up tonight? The Detroit Lions, the other number one seed, trying to punch their ticket to the championship game once again. They've got to do it by getting through the Washington Commanders. This is a Commanders team that went to Tampa Bay last week and came up with a huge victory thanks to their rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, thanks to a big-time defensive play by the graybeard of their defensive unit, but a guy who has been a major part of what they've accomplished this year in Bobby Wagner. I talked with Bobby this week as he got ready for this playoff game. There was talk about the fact that he was dealing with an ankle injury and may not play. I asked him what the balance is for someone who is attempting to play in a game knowing they got to kind of shake it off because, after all, this is the playoffs.
I mean, you have to think everybody at this point is dealing with something, whether it's publicized or not. So it's more so just about how bad do you want to get what every team sets out to do at the beginning of the season. So I think everybody's just locked in and focused to try to make sure they're as healthy as they can possibly be for the game so they can kind of play their best.
You get into that situation of that game, the way it was played the other night, the way that it came down to the wire, big-time pressure, big-time drama. You're right in the middle of it, recovering a fumble. How much of that to you felt like Bobby Wagner from, I don't know if I want to say the old days, but Bobby Wagner in those years with Seattle?
I'm sorry. I have a rookie that is interrupting the interview for what reason? I'm not sure.
See, these are
sorry.
The rookies. You got to get these rookies in line.
You know, they just don't make rookies how they used to make them anymore. Now they come in. They throw a couple touchdown passes, and now they just think they can do whatever they want. Basically. Sorry, I'm gonna ask him to repeat his question because you interrupted. Yeah. So
you're playing in the middle of what you did the other night in Tampa Bay. Dramatic late game situations. You're falling on top of a big fumble. You're making big plays. How much of that felt like what it used to feel like in those days, and you were doing that in your early part of your career for Seattle?
It was just fun, man. I think the biggest thing is you remember those moments because of the people that you play with. And, you know, when I was in Seattle, we were a very, very close group. And that made those games funner because of how close you were. And so, you know, I feel, you know, really close to this group too. So it's just fun. And, you know, when you have a very close team and in the city that has been, you know, itching to have a great team and a great ownership group, and just, you know, we just all come together from the players in the city is just great.
You and your head coach go way back, and I'm assuming that's the reason, or that's the initial reason why you considered being part of this team. Tell me a little bit about how that relationship has been over the years.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we played together, obviously, in Seattle, and then, you know, he went off and he did a lot of bigger and better things, and we've always stayed in touch, you know, whether cell phone, you know, we played each other a couple times. So we always just had the respect and admiration of one another. And so, you know, there was a couple times during a couple free agencies where, you know, we tried to reconnect, but it just didn't work out. And, you know, when he got this opportunity, we knew we would try it again and you know, made it work.
Did he basically turn the keys of leadership of this defense over to you right away?
In essence, yeah, but I mean, I think regardless of any situation, I think you try to earn the respect. I mean, no matter what you've done over the course of your career, I think every year is new. You're walking into the building with new people. And me personally, I just feel like it's always the right thing to do to earn that respect and not just get it from stuff that you've done previously. It's like, you know, you can show better than you can tell.
When you take a look at this opponent, there's a lot of different ways that they can hurt you, a lot of different ways they can beat you. Tell me, first of all, what you're seeing from them on film.
They run a lot of formations. They run a lot of trick plays. They get very creative. They have talents all across the board: receivers, running backs, quarterback, tight end, linemen. They have it all, and you know they do a good job of utilizing everybody and everybody's skill set. So I think this is going to be the week where, especially with them coming off of a bye, you know, you give them a week to cook up something that we've probably never seen before. It's going to be a good week to just read your keys and trust what you see. And, understand that there will be stuff that you haven't seen on film. And the more you're okay with that, the faster you'll react.
Is that kind of knowledge that you have from playing the position for so long, is that something you can pass along to your younger teammates as well in terms of, potentially having surprises thrown at you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I try to share as much as I can. And, I just think it helps with anybody that doesn't have experience or haven't been around the game or, just the first moments that they have. It's just how well do the veterans or the guys that's been around share their, share their scars, share the things that went well, share the things that haven't went well. So that's kind of the biggest thing.
How much of this, in terms of getting into the right positions that you need to be in for this game, obviously it's film study, it's scouting, but how much of it is going to be you reading that quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be all of it, reading the quarterback, reading the formations, key in the back. You'll have to see, you have to be locked in on your keys, and the communication is going to be vital. They do a lot of motions. They do a lot of shifts just to, distract you. And, as long as you communicate on those shifts and motions, everything should be straight.
Bob, great talking to you. Thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it, and good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Tough week for Bobby Wagner. He had to navigate his own quarterback trying to do that interview, and now he's got to deal with another quarterback in a very loud place at Ford Field coming up in just a couple of moments. Our final score from Game 1. Kansas City 23, Houston 14. You've been listening to the AFC Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. I want to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Art Martinez, studio producer Nick Pope. Production assistance provided by Garrett Bowl, Mike Strauss, and Dan Silverman. Our statistician Doug Strauss, our engineer Darrell Dawes, producer Larry Costigan. Coordinating producers Aaron Cummins and Brian Finkelstein, executive producer Mike Eby. The senior vice president of sports for Cumulus Media and Westwood One is Bruce Gilbert. Stay tuned. It is Game 2 of our NFL Divisional Playoff doubleheader. Coming up next, the Detroit Lions hosting the Washington Commanders. Kevin Kugler, Mike Mayock, and Laura Oakman are standing by. We'll have them for you in just a moment to bring you all the action. Then tomorrow, we've got another double dose of playoff action. First, the Los Angeles Rams battle the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. And that is followed by the battle between the two frontrunners for the MVP, or at least two of them, Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Coverage of our doubleheader tomorrow begins at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on most of these stations, on the NFL app, Alexa-enabled devices, or streamed live for free on our website, WestwoodOneSports.com. From the wild card round all the way to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, the NFL playoffs are on Westwood One. Again, our final score from Arrowhead Stadium, the Chiefs 23, the Houston Texans 14. Now for Kevin Harlan, Ross Tucker, and Olivia Harlan-Decker, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.